Okay, so to recap from last time, remember what happened before that even. So you guys had went and talked to Aldern Foxglove over at the Glassworks after making your rounds over to the cathedral, meeting back up with Armila and Bernie, figuring out which direction you actually need to go in, making way to the Glassworks, and then finding Aldern as he's on his way back to the Rusty Dragon Inn. You guys follow him back, and he rewards you with a satchel of 75 gold, and then offers as well to take you out on a boar hunt the following morning. You agreed, and spending your time going through a few other places in town, asking some questions, possibly related to the goblin attack that had happened during the town festival. You didn't really come up with any major leads. You have some new information, but nothing really concrete other than the previous pastor's body or his remains were taken, but you don't know why specifically. You don't necessarily know who might, but you have potentially some info regarding that. But again, you're not sure. So spending the night at the tavern, you're woken up in the early morning by Aldern, who brings you all out to the stables next to the Rusty Dragon Inn, and you see 8 horses there. And he says that each of you now own a horse at the stables.
Horse.
So with that, you all mount up onto your horses and you head over to the Tickwood Forest, which is about a 30-minute travel outside the northeastern gate of Sandpoint. Making your way to the forest, you decide to try and track your quarry of the boar. Takes a little bit of time, as some of you are better at survival in the forest than others, and some of you are better at reading maps than others. But you find a decent hunt within probably about a half hour, 45 minutes. And that winds up being, I believe it was 2 boars, one rather large boar and one slightly smaller boar. Getting into the fight, one of you almost died by getting horrendously gored through the stomach. But you managed to pull through and get back into the fight, and you managed to take down the boars with a lot of issue, but again, thankfully, nobody was lost in the process. Though Aldern did have to run in, and he, while not any worse for wear, he was a little more haggard looking with the fact that one of you almost died in what was supposed to be a simple boar hunt. So after cleaning up the boars, draining the blood and all of that, a few hours pass, and you mount up with your catch and you head back to Sandpoint. And it's probably about the late afternoon that you guys get back. So we'll say about 1 p.m. ish.
Okay.
And so you all head back to the stables to leave your horses and bring in the catch of boar into the Rusty Dragon Inn for a mako.
Excellent. Does Ameko have anything to, like, is she just there? There's nothing special happening at the moment?
No, not at the moment.
And can I get a reminder on when Shalalu's meant to turn up?
When you guys asked yesterday, they said probably within 2 or 3 days she was expected to come in.
Do we have a map of Sandpoint? I always forget how to bring up the old maps.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's in
Look at the map of the whole
images,
area.
sort
Should be
by
under
uncategorized.
images, under campaign.
Campaign?
Yeah,
Campaign.
images under
Images.
campaign.
Thank you.
But where
There's
is
18 pages of
No,
stuff.
Go to the top.
go to
You
the
can
Yeah.
so if what you can also do is on the bottom of the images page there's a button that says all. If you click that, it'll turn it to shared only.
Thank you.
That'll help shorten the list.
Very much so.
Just a wee bit. Okay. We'd also speaken to Vorvashali Voon.
Yes, that was at the Feathered Serpent, I believe.
Yeah, we spoke a lot about magic items and looking at what we could afford, and mostly what we couldn't afford.
Yeah. For the most part, it was identifying that necklace of fireballs, seeing how much it was worth, and deciding to hold on to it in the end.
How do you remember all this, Baron?
Looking at your notes.
Mildly comprehensive notes in my character backstory, character sheet. I've got small plot points written down, like core ones, and I've got certain things. The thing that I think is most interesting from our last session is Nualia Toven, the previous priest's daughter that had disappeared. That when the church burnt down, she was burned to death accordingly, and that we might be able to identify her by her unearthly beauty. I'm trying to keep track of this stuff because this is ultimately it feels like a mystery to me, and I like keeping track.
Nualia.
Yeah, thank God you are.
Chapel.
I'm gonna quickly go grab a bottle of water. I'll be right back.
That's excellent.
Because we wanted to follow the lead on who and what could have possibly taken
The old priest.
Zaken Toven's body, the previous pastor.
Yeah, you found some footprints, but you weren't able to identify what kind of footprints they were.
Yeah. And we know that Nualia Toven burned to death, probably, in quotation marks, and that something fucky's happening there.
Well, it was the previous pastor and his daughter who both burned in the previous church when it was set on fire.
Yeah.
And because no one could find any remains of anyone other than the pastor, they assumed that she was closer to where the fire had started. And because that would typically be where the fire would burn hottest, would be like the center of the blaze, they suspect that there was basically nothing left.
Hmm. Okay.
Are
So
we just waiting for Kenny?
I'm thinking like what we can follow, because at the very, very least, we can sort of wait for the 3 days and see what's happening in the forest, according to Shalalu.
Well,
however,
personally, I would like some sleep.
fair enough.
Yeah, probably
Don't know
some
about
of
you.
you
I would
might,
like to
might want some rest.
I'm gonna lie down for like 5-6 days.
All right, what are we doing?
So
The cat
people who
wants
are
some
I guess
sleep.
while you guys are talking through some of the information that you've got after you've brought in the boars to Ameko, she says that she can make a fantastic feast for you if you'd be willing to give her the boars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm up for that. I love a feast, and I think Bindi would love it as well.
Yeah, so she asks for a bit of help with taking the boars into the back of the kitchen there, so she can do like preparation and cooking and all that stuff with them. And so while that's happening, I'm assuming you guys are probably just gonna sit down at a table and kind of sort through your notes while the meal is being made. So you're just gonna basically rest for a while.
Indeed. We need to converse and not make this whole gathering a big bore.
Boo.
Hey, buddy.
All right, so
That was a good job.
it takes a while. You guys got back in around 1 o'clock, and then took a break probably about 1:30 after bringing in the boars. It takes Ameko actually has to go and get some help to do the preparation on these boars. So she comes back with a couple people to assist her. It takes about 3 or 4 hours to not only get the preparation done, but to start slow roasting the boars over a rather large open fire. It helps that you guys drained a lot of the blood, so she didn't have to do any of that. Otherwise, it would have been a very late meal. So she says it'll probably be about another hour, and you can see like the boar slowly being turned on the spit, and it looks fantastic. You're already getting wafts of the meaty smell, as well as the sight of the glistening meat on the spit. So mouth is already watering, and you can almost hear your stomachs growling in anticipation.
Is Alderon with us?
Aldern is not currently with you. I believe he is in his room right now.
Okay.
Resting up after the boar hunt that almost became worse than a boar hunt.
The homicide.
Just gonna like sidle up and just like ask if they could do like a side of like potatoes, because I don't really feel like boar at the moment, weirdly.
Yeah.
Well,
there's still going to be some other stuff brought out that's not just going to be boar.
But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Eat it.
So as
What
you
nearly
guys
kills me nearly kills me.
As you guys are debating about how much meat you should take when it's finally ready, you hear the doors at the entryway slam open, and you see a rather well-dressed, older-looking gentleman that looks like this barge through the door and shout as he enters the tavern. What languages do you guys speak again?
All of them.
Well, I mean, you
Not
could just write
Mandarin.
it in the chat in the language.
No, not really.
I think that's always the best way of introduction. Otherwise,
Here we go. Languages.
The only one that doesn't work, I think, is Thessalonian.
Dublin.
Yeah, and then
Thessalonian doesn't work.
Else is okay. No, none of you speak this language. So you basically hear like a shout that almost like ask. It comes out almost like a question, and you see everyone else in the bar area turn towards him, and you almost see like a look of recognition on their faces, as it seems like they know who he is.
I whisper to Elysis, Lars, who is this?
I
And
do not know who this is.
Elysis, you know this as one of the nobles.
I do know who this is.
Come to think of it.
Oh no.
Sorry, I did not see his face.
you know he's one of the nobles of Sandpoint just based on his attire, but you don't specifically know who he is. But as everyone else in the tavern looks over to see what the disturbance is, they all have that recognition, and then they all just kind of quiet down and seem to almost focus in on eating their meals and you know not joining whatever's going on. And with that, you see the man walk further in, and he starts scanning about the room. And then he notices and starts looking in your guys' direction. And you see him get like a scowl on his face.
Hmm.
And so with that, he comes over to you, and he starts like yelling in this language that you don't understand. Seeing the look of confusion on your face, he quickly coughs to himself and then adjusts his language, and basically he starts accusing you all of having endangered the townsfolk with the wild antics that you guys had against the goblins, and you should have just left the defense to the town guard and other like actual professionals rather than taking it into your own hands.
Is he saying that in
Ah.
common?
Yeah, that,
He's saying that like to you in like a loud voice over like everybody in the bar.
Alright.
good
Lad,
evening
we
to you
just
as
saw
well.
a problem needs to be solved. What happened? What's the issue here? We just helped where we needed to see where we saw a problem.
So he looks at you, and he says, he's pardon me. He says, what do you mean? You saw a problem, so you just figured you would jump in like some kind of miscreant or vigilante?
They were going to set fire to my beer. I was gonna help keep it safe.
And he scoffs at you and remarks, oh, just what we need, a filthy band of vagrants that attracts even more trouble to this town.
My guy, they attacked us.
Yeah, we didn't do much. They just started attacking. We didn't do anything beforehand. I was here for my own reasons.
And
They killed a
What do you,
dog.
what?
as you guys are defending yourselves, Ameko runs into the room with a ladle in hand, curious what the ruckus is, and you see her come up to the man, and the man looks at her, and his scowl kind of softens a little bit. But you hear the two arguing with each other once again in that language that you don't recognize. It doesn't sound local, that much you're sure of, but you're not sure what specific language it is.
Elysis, Lass, did you you had a portion to something about languages, right?
So, and it's not the one that I know as well. It's not Ancient Thalassian.
No.
I'm just looking.
Just makes sure, because that's not actually like list pop.
I do not think I have that equipped.
What
Alright.
race is this man?
As-
Human?
Yeah, he's human. As you see Ameko and this man yelling back and forth at each other, it almost seems like the argument is about to come to a boil. And then finally, the man himself says something, and then he reaches for Amako, but she sidesteps his grab and instead goes and smacks him over the back of the head with her ladle, which kind of spatters like fish stock and potatoes like all over him in his hair and clothes.
Teach him,
And
and I hold up my beer up high.
you see the man kind of recoil, and with that he kind of like reaches for his head to kind of like help soften the blow, and he sputters out, is like saying, "You're dead to me. You're as dead to me as your mother." And then he leaves the tavern in a huff.
Asshole.
Yeah, I was gonna
Absolutely
say.
uncalled for.
Just
You all right?
walking at her.
I'm gonna just chip out and just be like, "What was that about?"
Somebody's a dick.
Amako, you all right?
So with that, you see Amako almost looks hurt by the comment, and
Yes.
she
Almost, huh?
starts to tear up a little bit, but she reaches down to pick up her ladle, and she inspects it a little bit and pulls a hair out of the mess, and then says, "Well, I'll need a well cleaned ladle now, since jackass stew's not on the menu." And with that, you hear the rest of the bar kind of cheer a little bit and laugh at the joke.
Mm. So, not to pry into personal business or anything, but who was that? I've got some context clues, but I'd like you to tell me the full story if you're good, or as much as you're willing to say.
Well, she says she doesn't want to get too into the details, but that was her father,
Right.
Lonjiku Kaijitsu.
Sorry?
Hell of a name.
So
What was the name again?
Lonjiku. So
Lonjiku.
Lonjiku, and then Kaijitsu. So the same last name as Amako.
Abeko. How long till dinner's ready?
So after he leaves, it's quieted down a little bit. So it's still another 40-ish minutes, but the air in the bar has picked up quite a bit, and people are back to their normal chatting and raucous behavior. And then the food starts coming out.
Sorry, just wanted to discuss with the group as a large, but also talking like back and forth. What you said that he was a noble, that Ellis recognized him as a noble. Where does he live? Like what does he do in this town?
He'd be in the noble area, wouldn't he?
Well, there's
Kaijitsu
specific
manor.
noble housing in Sandpoint. So the four houses to the south of the island, or the islet, are the noble manors.
Yeah, south of the docks.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I see him.
Yeah. So
And usually a noble brings some sort of business in. Like, what business does he do?
Well, so the four noble houses of Sandpoint are basically the founding fathers or founding families of Sandpoint itself.
Okay.
They each had a stake that they put into in order to pay for the construction of the city or the town.
Where does their wealth come from then? Does it come from collecting taxes?
Well, tax is a part of it, but it also comes from like other like side businesses and things like that they have. Not necessarily in the town, because they could do like trades throughout like all of Varesia, possibly even throughout all of Galarian, depending on how well known the noble is. As these nobles are primarily known for like their family's history with Sandpoint, they would probably have most of their name in Varesia if not just this area of like Magnamar and the actual major city of this area.
So some sort of tax collection then, or
It'll be
trade.
like tax collection or other trades and stuff that they've got going on in here or Magnamar.
And here they have a mayor, right? So are the nobles heavily into politics?
They have a stake in some of the politics, but the actual town itself is run by an elected mayor, which is Mayor Deverin.
Yeah. So, but like, they're not like. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, are they involved into the city politically? Like, do they have sway essentially?
It depends. Like some families will have sway in certain aspects of certain policies.
Okay.
Like as far as running the town goes, that's pretty much all handled by the mayor, but then is supported by the other nobles.
Okay.
But the amount of support will vary whether or not that noble individually supports whatever action.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
And
Elsa's cast phantom blood about the whole situation.
okay, and about this noble, how do they support Sandpoint?
You don't know.
We don't know yet. Okay.
Just have to ask.
All you found out is that this is Lonjiku, who is Ameko's father.
Yep.
Well, okay. Well, let's ask Ameko then.
Ameko says she actually doesn't know too much regarding her family's business or businesses because she's been an adventurer for the last couple years, and she's actually only just gotten back to stay in Sandpoint within the last 6 months.
How old is she?
That's a good question. NPCs.
Give or take.
You should have to be older than 18, I would assume.
Yeah, into adulthood already. She is probably,
30.
without having to look it up, I would probably say like mid to late 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, she says she's particularly like kept out of her family's side of things because she hasn't been particularly happy with her father, especially after her. And she kind of grows quiet, and she says her mother's passing, and so she's decided to retreat from the noble name and just kind of do things her own way.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to be insensitive, but I'm kind of curious as to like who could we ask about the nobles? Who would have that information, right?
The mayor, probably.
Yeah.
Mm.
So.
Yeah. Or I mean,
Elsa's
if
wacky
you
man.
really want to know, you could even. She says you could even go
Actually-
up to his manor and ask him yourself.
Actually,
But
something I do want to ask is, do you know what his problem with us was? Because most of the town has been quite good with hospitality and appreciative of it. What sort of history does he have to assume we're gonna cause more trouble and all that? Like, do you know what his issue with us might be?
She says she doesn't know what his specific issue with you guys is. I mean, as far as everyone else in town is concerned, you're clearly the heroes, and things probably would have been worse had you not intervened. At the same time, he could also still be doing the dad thing where he's trying to protect me and in a way looking out for me in his own not so great of a dad way.
He wanted to do it himself with the guard.
He could just be misconstruing like that. You guys jumped in to help, but because you're, I guess, more colloquially like town renowned heroes, because since we call you the heroes of Sandpoint, he's skeptical of your actual involvement of it.
Oh, right.
I don't know. That's my take on it. You'd have to ask him yourself if you want his actual take. If he's willing to talk.
Fair
Well,
enough.
that's really something worth investigating. Personally.
So
I
if we
agree.
wanted to talk to him, could we?
Oh yeah,
What would it take to?
you could just go and head up to his manor. He's usually located up there, pretty much any time of the day. Though he's only really accepting visitors in the afternoon, so it's a bit late in the day to meet with him tonight, I'd imagine.
What if
Oh.
so this is speaking to the group here. What if we
He's
were
sneaking away
to
from
maybe split our forces and try and find out information on what's his name again? It's
Lonjiku?
Lonjiku?
So, whilst that's not a bad idea in practice, in reality, it means that a bunch of people don't get to be part of the scene,
Yeah.
don't get to interact with, don't actually get to play the game. Typically, you try not to split the party just because it makes it really boring for whoever isn't in focus, and it means that you feel powerless in those periods. Yes, in real world you would probably do this, but in D&D and with all of us sitting here, it's not great.
Fair enough.
Just to a maker, just hi. By the way, what was the question he asked when he barged in here? Do you know? Did you hear that?
And she replies, he was, and with a bit of a sigh, she says, he was basically wanting me to come back home.
So he barged into the bar, stared at random people, and asked you to come back home.
Well, I say asking, but that whole yelling competition was the asking in quotes.
More demanding.
Asking with force by being a dickhead. I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
What tongue was it in? We none of us know it.
Oh,
I
she
don't know a
says
lot of
that's our native tongue, because we're not from Galarian originally. That was Menkayan, which is the
Menkayan.
Eastern language.
How do you spell that?
MENK. Is it EIEN? 1 sec. Let me look.
I'm is preparing to learn a new language.
No.
I thought you were just gonna straight up just say, "Oh, Japanese."
I mean, it's
Mandarin?
essentially fantasy Japanese.
It's
Oh,
fantasy.
sorry. Minkayan. So MINKAIAN.
Minkayan. Interesting. I'll have to look that up later.
Okay. Is there anything we want to do? Anything we want to set up before we take a rest?
I would like to sleep now.
Potions.
I eat,
Enjoy the
then I go.
feast.
Yeah, if you guys have any spells that you want to use before your rest so that you regain all of your spells, by all means, now is the time to do so.
Elsa's make me potions.
I mean, I just offer if people wanted me to use prestidigitation to clean their clothes from
Oh,
the
please.
goring.
Oh, please. Okay, one of us happened. You don't need to vague about me, okay? God.
For those of us who've been stabbed,
I mean, I'm still just offering it as a whole. I don't know
Please.
how clean some people like to be.
Please.
Okay, so
please.
how would I go about making potions then?
So the crafting cost of potions in gold for just reagents and materials is equal to the level of the spell. So if you wanted to make Cure Light, it would be first level spell, plus your caster level, which would also be level 1, and 50 gold. So it's spell level times caster level times 50.
Oh, times, not plus.
Yeah, so times.
So 2 times 50?
So if it has a material component cost that is also added to the base price, and then to actually do the craft requires a
Same as D&D.
check. I'm just trying to see what check it needs.
Spellcraft?
It could be spellcraft.
It'd be craft alchemy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be craft alchemy or spellcraft or something like that.
My health at.
Well, it's alchemic, so I would assume it's alchemy.
So basically, it's 50 GP to have her make one, but it's also 50 just to go fucking buy one.
Hang on.
No. It's
1 times 1 times 50. It's 50.
Yeah, Cure Light Wounds.
on here it's saying it's the item's price in silver pieces, finding the DC on the craft skill, pay 1/3 of the materials item costs, make an appropriate craft.
Oh, sorry,
check.
no, I was looking at the buying, not the crafting. Whoops.
Yeah.
I
If you
would slow
just
you down
click on
somewhat.
craft. And then you
Okay,
make
here we go.
craft
So
check.
brewing a potion takes 2 hours if its base price is 250 gold or less. Otherwise, brewing a potion takes 1 day for every 1,000 gold in its base price. When you create a potion, you set the caster level, which must be sufficient to cast the spell in question and no higher than your own level. And you must use up raw materials costing 1/2 of the base price, so 25 gold instead of 50 gold. And it takes you 2 hours to make 1 potion, and you can make up to 4 in a day.
Oh, alchemicals for that.
So when you create a potion, you make any choices that you would normally make when casting the spell. Whoever drinks the potion is the target of the spell. Yada yada yada.
Yada yada.
And then for the actual brew potion function itself, doesn't actually seem to say what the DC is.
Depends on potion.
Magic item creation rules. Magic item creation. Here we go. Creating potions. Here we go. So you can use either spellcraft or craft alchemy.
Okay.
Guess I might as well see what I can do, just in case. I don't think I have the ability to do much, but
If you don't have any of the crafting feats, you probably aren't going to be able to craft anything.
I have spellcraft. Where do I check feats?
So spellcraft is mostly used in identifying spell effects.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
And
so
then
I can't make anything because I have no feats. So.
Well, no, you have brew potion as a class feature, which gives you the feat automatically.
Which means before we go to bed, I could craft 1 potion.
So yeah, before bed you could have enough time to craft 1 if you wanted to go and get the materials and stuff you needed. Yeah. So it'd be 25 gold worth of materials, and then you could craft a Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah. Let's do that.
And okay, so hold on. I have the craft skill, but that doesn't pertain to this then.
So the crafting skill is what you would use in combination with the feat in order to like create like magical items. Otherwise, you're just basically going to create common items.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Let's try to get everybody healthy, well rested, and for those who aren't injured, just try to work on helping and healing the rest of the group.
Yeah, so if any of you guys have any like healing spells or anything like that that you want to use up before your rest, feel free to do so.
If Jay has any spell.
I think Jay used most of hers,
I think
didn't
Jay
she?
used them all.
Yeah.
Then again, I think she still has some channel usages. She has 1 channel use left. For spells, yeah, she used her first level spells up. So yeah, all she's got is the channeling. So she can roll the d6, and that will heal you guys. Man, she has gotten like just all of the max level rolls for healing. 6 points of healing
for
anybody who needs it.
So that pretty much just full heals everybody.
Yeah.
I'm fully healed. Thanks, Zeku.
Full heals anyone. That would full heal me and
Like, I swear, every roll that Jay has had to make for, like, healing value has been a max roll on every single one since we started the campaign, and I don't know how.
Broken.
Luck of the dice.
Clearly.
So, before we go to bed, is that when I can change out my spells as well?
Yeah, so before your rest is when you would do your preparatory phase for choosing what spell.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Now at least I have comprehend languages, so in case we run into someone else. Oh, but yeah. How do I gotta go to the shop, right? To get the potion?
So yeah, you would to get the materials, you would just go to like any alchemy ingredients stores. In Sandpoint, that you could do that at like the general store. You could go to where else do we have? General store. I think the Pillbug's Pantry also works because they sell reagents like herbalism and gardening related materials. Those would be the 2 major ones in town that you would know of.
Okay. So then I would probably just tell the group, like, no, sorry.
Hey! Elsass, hey!
What are you doing?
Hey!
Where you're from, frickin'.
This is the Brooklyn world. You're just living in it.
You come to my
As
house.
you were saying.
You insult my family.
You told me to make a potion.
You come into my town.
On the day of my daughter's wedding.
No, I would probably tell the group then, like, I am going to go find a shop and make a cure potion if anybody wants to come.
Oui, monsieur.
Gone from Brooklyn to France.
Just being
I'll take
offensive to
4.
us. Wait, so is next day or still night?
So this
night.
is still evening of the same day.
Okay, gotcha.
When
I'll happily accompany you, lass.
when we first played, was there like a market going on? I can't remember.
So
Festival.
yeah, there was a
It was a
market
festival.
with mostly like trinkets and things like that, specifically made for the festival.
Okay.
But it's been a few days since then, so a lot of that
Yeah.
is not available anymore.
No, that was just kind of refreshing my memory because I was thinking like, is there a specific time that we should maybe pay attention for a market coming to the town to see if we can get useful items?
So the as Elsis has lived here for a little bit, she knows that there's a weekly market that happens on every Fire Day, so a couple days from now.
Okay.
Or sorry, tomorrow. My bad, because it's Oath
Tomorrow?
Day. It's Oath Day today.
So
Fire
would it
Day
maybe
is tomorrow.
so would it maybe not be better off us waiting to brew the potion to see if we get better deals on some of the stuff that we need to craft it? Is that how that would work?
I mean,
Yes, but then I will have one last potion. What are you
yeah, because
doing?
it's 2 hours to make every potion, and you can make 1,000 gold worth of items in a single day. So the most you can make of level 1 stuff, or within 250 gold, is 4 potions, and that would cost you 100 gold total.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Does
Yeah, it's not bad.
anybody else want to come with me and Kilderkin to the shop?
Yes.
That saves you 100 gold in the end. So.
I have map. And
Oh
money.
God.
You still have your napkin map. You don't have the actual map.
I've got the high definition map of the area.
You really don't.
You
That's
don't.
that's what he's calling the napkin.
Map in HD, ultra wide, 4K.
That's a big napkin.
Yeah, so I think we're ready to head off. I also want to know like about the history of the town. Where would I even begin to look at that? Like, who would be the best person to talk about?
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
Your best
Various
bet
incidents.
for books on history and stuff like that is probably going to be the Curious Goblin, which is just across the road from the general store. So
Excellent.
if you want me to mark that on your map, where's the pen tool?
I'll motion over to Amathesius and say, "You look like a clever fellow. Do you want to join us with at least
wait,
the
no.
library?"
That's not it.
Sure, why not? Let's have a little delve.
Sorry, Curious Goblin is going to be this long shape building right here. And this is the general store to the left of it.
Are we supposed to be looking at something?
Yeah.
On the Sandpoint map, I've got a couple circles.
I do not see
I don't see no. I don't
do
see no
you?
circles.
No circles.
Yeah. No circles.
Pleased to be sharing.
Share?
There we
There we
go.
Oh, things have been
Oh
broken.
God.
Well, I still don't see. Oh, yeah, I see.
I see what you're talking about now.
Black circles.
Exception handler.
Oh, I didn't get that.
I did.
Sounds like you don't
But,
have all the
okay.
modules loaded.
Uh-oh.
I should.
Scario.
Unless we've had new modules added, I have
Sir.
it should be everything.
They're looking at this. So the Curious Goblin and Sandpoint Savories,
So what is it
as shown
that
on the World
we're-
Anvil map.
Yeah, if you have that website map open of Sandpoint, you can also use that.
Oh yeah.
In Pathfinder and first scroll all the way up.
Yeah,
I've been
so
using
it's
this for real.
basically in the middle of town.
It's pinned though, isn't it?
It's not.
Yeah, it is pinned.
Where?
On the
Should
standpoint
be.
map. On the
Pathfinder.
Let's go to the general store.
It's
I'll
under
lead the way.
Pathfinder info, though, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, there's the map of Sandpoint under Pathfinder info. It's just a little up there.
there it is.
That one I can pin.
So what is it that you guys are planning on doing? Like you said, you want to look up the history. Is there something in particular that you're looking at?
I want to know specifically about any incidents, any previous chaos, anything that would have us be attacked, or anything worth mentioning about the recent history of Soundpoint. Basically, I'm just trying to start creating following leads. That's my basic concept, except that I have a grand total of 8 intelligence, so I'm asking other people to come with me.
I would like to come with.
I'll come with as well. I'm curious to learn about like the nobles a little bit.
Okay.
So are you gonna do that like now, or are you gonna wait until tomorrow? Or
I would like to do that tomorrow.
You're no longer Gord. You don't have to worry. Jay helped you.
I am still tired.
You guys have also used up all of your spells.
Emotionally drained.
Also emotionally drained.
I mean, I used a spell during that combat.
Can we run into random encounters in this, or is it all pretty much?
Oh no, there's
No,
there's
it's
random
random.
encounters as you guys do traveling and stuff like that on the roads.
Probably not too much in Sandpoint itself that's going to happen, but there might be.
There's also a billboard in the Rusty Dragon. So if you guys want to, just go out and, find whatever quest or whatever to do for experience or for extra money, that is also an option as well.
We walk into the grocer's hall. We are encountering 2 boars.
Where is this billboard?
It's towards the entrance of the Rusty Dragon in the bar portion.
Okay. So the main tavern we've been staying at.
Yeah. Well, okay. So if we're gonna do this tomorrow, I guess I might as well do the spell preparation.
We're going to purchase the stuff in the general thing, so she can make one.
Yeah.
Bonham has become the new designated healer.
Until Jay comes back.
Elsis will only have 2 potions, so...
Make me potions, Elsa.
Better than no potions.
I would suggest somebody else also buy potions.
Let's just stay out of the fight.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm backliner now.
So you're gonna go to the general store, to the alchemy shop. Which one are you going to?
General store.
Okay.
Well, if you're looking for reagents and stuff for potions, the alchemy store, I didn't know there was one, sounds pretty good.
The alchemy store.
Yep.
Okay, so to the alchemy store instead. Okay.
That's on the opposite side of town. I'll lead the way.
Oh God. Yeah, so it's just behind the town hall.
Okay. I found it next to the theater. Bottled solutions.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there's bottled solutions, and then there's the Pillbug's Pantry.
Oh.
So the bottled solutions has pre-made potions and stuff like that. The Pillbug's Pantry carries a little bit of that as well, but mostly deals in like the reagents.
Okay. Then that would be where we'd go. Pillbug's Pantry.
Okay. All right, so you go to the Pillbug's Pantry, and you're greeted by a rather rotund man who introduces himself by the name of Oliver Potiker. He doesn't have a super friendly look on his face, but...
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck happened to his mouth?
He's inbred.
He asks what he can do for you tonight.
Are you a sandwich?
this-
Because you
this
look
evening.
insanely inbred.
Awfully rude of you. Don't know
I
that
said
I
that in my normal
particularly
voice,
want to
not my
deal
acting
any
voice.
business with you now.
Get out of my store. Transaction over.
First, I didn't say it in this voice. Secondly, I have a 6 charisma, so it may have been something I said anyway.
Jeez.
Was that not my inside voice? Whoops.
Oh gosh.
Jeez, no, please.
I'm gonna head off. You'll have fun without me.
he
head
has
off to
a
the
he has a
library and tell
particularly
somebody else.
nasty scowl at you, and and you kind of leave before he has a chance to really say anything to it. So
Just walks in, insults man, and walks off.
I got this communicant.
Let me try this again later.
Please excuse my friend here.
all right. So what are the rest of you doing in here?
We are trying to find stuff to make a potion.
And he asks, what kind of potion are you looking to make?
A potion of cure light wounds, please.
Are we able to
yes,
rob these
I
places?
have the reagents for that. No problem. How many are you looking to craft? Just the one?
Just the one for now, please.
Okay. So he goes and starts gathering some ingredients to make the potion and putting them into like a bindle for you. And he tallies up everything and tallies the total to 25 gold.
Okay, I'll hand that to him.
Okay. He gives you the bindle, and it doesn't have a huge amount of stuff in there, but it's so it's a fairly small bindle, but it's still fairly weighty for the size of it. And he says if you need any more reagents or the like for like medications or stuff like that, he's got that as well.
Yep, I'll just thank him and say we're off, unless anybody else wants anything. Sounds
I
like
think Baron
that's a
wants to
no.
insult him some more.
I'm
waiting
out of
outside.
there. I'm gone. I made my installment. Hell. Yeah, I said that and then left.
I filled my asshole quota for the day, and I'm gone.
I don't want to hear you say the words, I filled my asshole quota. I think I'm good without that.
All right. I'm assuming you guys are just gonna head back to the tavern
one.
then.
You're the one that
Yes.
chose to take it that way.
So you guys all head back to the tavern. Guessing you're all going to go into your respective rooms to rest and relax before and do your preparations as well as crafting and stuff like that before your long rest.
I did
Yes.
want to go to the Goblin's Corner, is it? With Amethesius. And anybody who else wishes to join.
The Curious Goblin?
Curious Goblin, thank you.
Yeah, this is to do the research, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to
Okay.
do
What
that.
do you
the
wanna
I
next
thought
day.
you were going to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought we were
Okay.
going to do that tomorrow.
Oh, right, because the pill bug pantry has to be done today so that you can actually start crafting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good tomorrow morning.
Okay. Now I still can't seem to actually find whatever roll it is you're supposed to make for the potion. I would assume that you could probably just do it. Oh, here we go.
There's like a medicine check, so craft medicine maybe?
Well, you can use spellcraft or craft alchemy, but it doesn't say what the DC for it would be.
Yeah.
Unless I am just completely missing what it says. Cost for materials, ingredients. Bime, do you have the Cure Light Wounds spell currently prepared?
Yes.
Okay. Have you used it already?
Oh wait, the spell. What do you mean? First.
So your character uses spells, but those spells have to be taken in the form of like a potion.
Oh.
But when you use them as spells, they're only effective on you. So you basically have two methods of making potions. You have like your super quick way where you have pre-made ingredients in little vials that all you need to do is just put your magic into it and it becomes a Cure Light Wounds potion, but you're the only one who can receive its effect. The alternative is you can spend a longer period of time to actually like brew the potion, and then anybody can use it because you have the actual brew potion feat.
Understand that the first category is meant to represent something closer to spell slots than...
Yeah, in order to use it, you have to have the Cure Light Wounds spell prepared for the day. But you also need to have that prepared in order to make the potion, because you cast the spell into the reagents in order to craft.
Yeah.
Do I even get that spell?
If you took it, it does not look like you took it. So if you want to undo that, then take your 25 gold back, you can. Unless you want to make a different potion, like a potion of comprehend languages or a potion of shield.
I'm so confused.
So basically, because you don't have the spell.
So I can't craft.
Because she doesn't know the specific Cure Light Wounds spell,
Yeah.
she can't actually make the potion. So we can undo all that. Sorry, that was my bad because I didn't look far enough into the actual crafting.
Well,
But
now
that
you
also
you
means
just
that brew potions is kind of useless for me, right?
No, but
Yeah.
also yes. It's
Well,
not, because you
Like,
can
why would
make
my
it.
character get brew potions then?
You get brew potions automatically for being an alchemist, regardless of
alchemist who
subtype.
can't craft anything.
Well, no, because you can use like shield. You can put shield spells in potions so that other people can use it. That way, they don't need to use their shield spell.
But you
You
said
can
if
also
I
do
craft
comprehend
something
languages.
Yeah, but
so
if I
that you don't
craft
need to
something like
cast
that,
it. You can just drink
then
it.
I can only use it.
No. Brew potion is completely separate from your casting of spells.
Yeah, but you said that if I made a cure light potions, only I could use it unless I did the really, really long one.
Okay, so your spell list is completely separate in terms of who can use it from the actual brew potion feat. So when
I
you
can
cast
make
a
cure light
spell,
push.
Yes,
I'm confused.
you can, but you also can't at the moment because you don't have Cure Light Wounds as a spell.
How do you when do you reset the spells per day? Like which spells you get to choose?
So alchemists have like a list that they can add to every time they level. But Cure Light Wounds was not a spell that she chose.
Yeah, that's
for
because I
her
asked
first
about
level.
it. Yeah, that's what I asked about that specifically, cure light wounds. Whenever I saw it, I said, "Oh, should I take this?" And you said, "No, it's useless because it can only cure you. So you should take it if you feel like you want it just to cure yourself, but it doesn't help anybody else in the party." So I didn't take
So
it.
that was without brew potion as a actual thing, because I wasn't sure at the time that you were going to actually go into crafting potions and stuff. So if you did want to do that, we can change one of your spells for the Cure Light Wounds.
I don't know.
It was under the assumption that you were only going to be using your stuff for yourself. because when you do actual like crafting feats and stuff, that's when you start getting into like party and like resource management. So we can absolutely do that. I'm not against it.
Okay.
Well, before we go into that, you brought up another potion, which was something to do with speech.
Yeah. So you could make a potion, for example, for comprehend languages. The benefit of brewing the potion using the feat is that it doesn't consume a spell slot when you go to drink that potion, because you've already used that spell to create the potion.
Well, what I'm wondering is, would it be worthwhile for us to craft that potion so that way we can understand what's his face?
Yes, but I can already just use it on myself and then understand it and then tell you
Oh,
guys.
fair
Because
enough.
it's just a regular spell of mine. We don't have to waste money on doing that.
Yeah,
Whereas
but
he's saying cure light
your
wounds.
spells specifically as an alchemist are only usable on yourself,
Yes.
Okay.
barring very specific things.
This is the problem that we're occurring, okay? As an alchemist, you have a number of spells per day. You can only use these amount of spell slots on yourself. As an alchemist, you can also create
Yes, I
potions
already
that
know all
anybody
this.
can use. Okay, cool. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's basically just the difference between your casting and brew potion casting.
But you need to be able to cast Cure Light Wounds on yourself to be able to make it for anybody else.
Yeah. It's just that you don't have the knowledge necessary to cast the spell, and therefore cannot put that into the reagents to make a potion of Cure Light Wounds. So again, if you wanted to change out one of your first level spells for the Cure Light Wounds instead, I'd be willing to let you do that.
You can also add a formula to your book, just like a wizard. So if you go to possibly the alchemist and he has a formula of potion making, of Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah, if you want to go and buy a scroll of Cure Light Wounds as well, you can memorize that scroll that way too.
Well, I have a
That way
Cure
it
Light
adds it to your
Wounds
list.
on me.
Oh, you have a scroll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we bought one from the thing.
Who has that?
We'll be willing to trade it away around no matter what.
Was that Jay? Jay's got a potion. Oh yeah, she's got a divine scroll of Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah, but that's probably better on Jay than me.
Well, if it makes you able to create potions, I think that's probably a stronger investment long term.
I wouldn't be taking away anything from Jay's character just yet unless she comes in.
Yeah, no.
I will spend money to purchase a scroll of Cure Light Wounds so that we can get our alchemists to be able to make potions of Cure Light Wounds for a quarter of the cost.
Yeah, because the difference being is that she has a divine scroll, which is only usable by divine casters.
Mm-hmm.
So you would need an arcane scroll in order to learn it. It's the same price. It's just a difference of divination versus arcane.
Would we be able to find that, like, now?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Let's go do that right this bloody second.
Just to get this whole confusion over and done with?
Well, the thing is like, we want to be able to make as many potions as we can, or as many as we can afford, before the next day turns up. Right? That's the whole reason why we're doing this, and we've just gone through a lot of rules and a lot of stuff, and I basically want what can I take from point A to get to point B? All the rules happen in the middle. I just want to know what I need from point A. And by the sound of it, I need a scroll that Bime can learn the Cure Light Wound spell of.
Oh, actually, sorry. The divine scroll does the same thing. So you could use the one that Jay has if you wanted to. It would consume the scroll, but then you could make the potion.
So we can just purchase a scroll, because I'm 100% willing to purchase a scroll.
Well, it depends on how much a scroll is.
Scrolls are 25 gold.
25.
Oh.
Yeah, scrolls are like dirt cheap.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So let's do that.
And then
I expend 25 gold.
And then to learn it, looks like you need to make a spellcraft check.
Spellcraft.
Yeah, you absolutely make that. So you can add Cure Light Wounds to your list from the Alchemist sheet.
Sorry about that. I was just sort of losing my mind.
How do I add that? Sorry.
So you can go to the spells list, I believe.
Yep.
And then you could type in Cure in the bottom slots for search. And Cure Light Wounds from the core rules, I think. Yeah. And then you could just drag that to your level 1 spell list. Yeah, sorry. With choosing like spells to learn, I was under the assumption that you were basically going to wind up playing more as a rogue.
Well, yeah.
So that's
Yep.
my fault.
Yep.
Is there any other like first level scrolls that would be good in the shop? I'm looking for it, but
You'd have to take a look at the individual classes spell list to find out what would be good. So I'll leave the looking through that up to you guys who can memorize spells.
Okay.
Because you're the only one who can really determine like what would be, potentially useful as far as what you can think of.
Okay.
Okay, which means I'll keep the other thing. So let me take away that 25 gold again.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so the DC to create a magic item is 5 plus the caster level for the item. So you need to roll a spellcraft of 6.
Me? Did you say me?
Yeah, that would be you.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, you make it. So you can add the potion to your inventory.
Hey.
They do come in handy. So I do want to be, like, just to clarify that. So I do want to be, like, a rogue type person. But even in the last fight where so many people went down because we had Bendy go down and Armella go down, like, I actually used one of my potions of Cure Light Wounds to help out.
Yeah, for that fight, it was honestly less a problem of you guys not having enough healing, and it was more a problem of you guys not having like enough defense as a whole.
Also, our tactics were questionable.
Tactics were also questionable, yes.
Somebody got gored, so that's all that needs to be said.
Stop being about me. Say my fucking name.
Yes, Armilla did get hurt, and it was unfortunate, but also probably avoidable.
Yeah. All right, so those of you who are spellcasters, prepare your spells, and then once you're all ready, I'll give you
How do I do this again?
your
So I
rest.
go into mode,
preparation mode, and then pick the circles for whatever spells you want to have prepared.
And we get 2, right?
It should say on your spells for however many circles are available. So if there are 4 circles, then that means you can prepare up to 4 spells of that level.
Did we determine that Summon Monster 1 was kind of worthless for me right now?
It's not that it's worthless, but it's adding like extra like stuff to keep track of because you have to add in a whole new monster and its stat block, and then it gets a turn right after you. That, and I think they're only around for like 2 or 3 rounds or something like that.
We're gonna go 1 for
Next
you.
to nothing.
They're more worthwhile once you start getting to like summon monster 3 and higher.
Gonna go 1 for you.
Whoops.
Oh shit. It's a bit late.
1
I
for
didn't
you.
even have it equipped last time. Let's see. But I only get 2 casts of, so I can only click 2 circles, right? To prep
Yep.
2 things. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can get 2 of one thing, or
Yeah, or
one
of
of
2 things. Yeah.
And then once you guys are all prepared, just type into the chat saying you're done or something like that. Since I don't have like a ready check option in here.
What spells do you have to check on, Miller?
None.
Well, it's just making sure
I ha-
everybody is ready for the night.
I have
Oh.
HP, Cool Punch. That's it.
HP, Cool Punch.
Just have to make sure my Elemental Fist is good, and that is it.
Alright, so as long as we don't leave the town yet, then I'll have comprehensive. Oh. Maybe I should. Are we planning? Never mind.
Spells are up to you.
Yeah, I haven't gotten rid of my shield, but that's because if we leave town, I kind of need that.
So combat might still happen in town. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Combat can happen at any point.
People could try to murder us at any point. It's just the life that we live.
You guys really aren't safe anywhere.
Yes. Shield stays then. That's fine.
I can't wait till Ochi organizes my assassination in the fucking bed.
Oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
What does Arcane Mark do? So I'm kind of reading it. It doesn't really seem like it really does all that much.
Arcane Mark.
Yeah.
It's a utility spell that has some very unique and interesting uses, but you have to be clever about it and or need it for some reason. It doesn't do much.
Yeah, it basically lets you just like mark something. For example, like if you're passing down like if you're going through like a maze or something, for example, you could cast that mark to know that you've been there previously.
Isn't it invisible to everybody but the caster?
Yep. Well, it can be
You
visible
can
or invisible. So
So
You
one
can
of the big things
find
that
it
I've
with-
seen is when trading certain items and looking for fakes or things being recycled to you and stuff, people have marked their own stuff and then traded it, and then when being presented with it later, they're like, "That's not mine. I know because I put a symbol on it. Let's find the one with the symbol on it."
yeah.
It's
I mean,
interesting.
you can find it with detect
a
magic
weeb
and stuff as
utility.
well.
you
Yeah,
could also
that's-
use it as a really, I guess if it's a level 0 spell, you could use it as like a bookmark.
Little odds
Give
and
me,
ends.
give me a few moments here. I'm just reading through a good amount of my spells.
Amethysius has gone through all his spells and already knows which ones he's going to do, mostly because he hasn't experienced any of his spells fail, so he has no reason to change them out.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to try something different, right? So
Yeah.
I keep my shields so I do not die.
I mean,
The
your
shield is a
Invincible.
really good spell for casters because it's basically just an extra 4 AC and you don't have any penalties.
Yeah, plus
And
with
And
my
it
other
stops
stuff.
magic missile.
What is it? What is my other stuff? I'm just
And shield stops magic missile effects.
Oh yeah, with my mutagen, I'm basically invincible.
Well, not invincible,
Right
but
now,
you are
that's
much
why I
harder to
said
hit.
basically. I didn't say I am, I'm basically.
Depending on whether you want to increase your strength, dexterity, or constitution.
When with Dex it's a +4 to AC, and with Shield it's another +4, so it ends up being a +8 to her. Pretty
Yeah,
reasonable.
plus 4 to AC, +2 to hit.
What does the mutagen count as? Is it natural armor or is it?
It's a natural
yes.
armor bonus. And then the dexterity just gives a a static bonus to AC.
Yeah. I know. I know that one.
By the way, what's your intelligence, Bime?
I think it was 16.
My intelligence is 19 plus 4.
Oh, 19.
Okay, so
There's only a couple of plus 20s in the party.
that means you
20s
get
plus 5s.
that means you get 2 level 1 spells at this level.
Yes.
No, you need 20, don't you?
Apparently 13 gives you a bonus level first level spell. 12 to 13 gives you a bonus first level spell. 20 gives you 2 more.
Oh wait, 2, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
looking at the chart. It's all good. Just mark it out.
That's why I have 5 spell slots.
Okay.
And as you unlock the extra spell slots, you'll be able
Excuse
to
me.
you'll get a second spell slot of each level until like way later.
Mhm.
So good.
So I think we're all done now.
Okay.
Yep, we're just waiting on you.
So yeah, you guys all settle in for the night. Bime is crafted her potion. I don't think anybody else was doing anything otherwise.
Not really.
Nope.
All right, and so you all settle down, and then are woken up in the middle of the night.
Oh,
Dun dun dun. You
Yes.
hear.
I heard you say the words. You all settle down, and I just gave you like the shiftiest,
Yeah.
like this guy right here.
This
Yeah, this guy right
motherfucker.
here, this motherfucker. You're all woken up by the sound of a woman, almost in tears as she's like crying and wailing, like as Ameko is trying to calm her down. Yeah. Anybody?
I get up
Go
and
downstairs,
start
okay,
hunkering
like-
down.
It's the middle of the night, so it's probably around, we'll say, like 1 in the morning.
Just get
It's very late.
dressed.
Alright, yep. Start going down
Cool.
the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll-
assuming it's
I'll
upstairs.
make myself
downstairs.
decent, but my armor and stuff I'll bring separately and start putting on as I sort of like hop down the stairs, like one boot at a time.
Hop down the stairs. Oh, man.
As he
This guy's
falls
dexterity
down
must
and
be great.
everything.
It is. It's it's got plenty.
I walk past strutting in my robe.
Not
Right.
kill the kid down the stairs.
So who's all heading down? Everybody, or
I
Might as
will
well
be.
make it
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be.
all right? So you all wake up kind of groggy, since
Just in
haven't got a
case
full
while
night's
heading
sleep
down.
yet.
Just in case while heading down the stairs, I'm casting mage armor in case it's a kerfuffle.
So this woman, you can see, she's basically on the verge of a panic, and in her arm, it looks like she's holding a baby, almost kind of clutching the baby to her chest, and in her other hand, she's got another small young boy. She's holding like the back of his shirt, but not in like an angry way. And Ameko is there, trying to calm her down as she says she'll go and get you guys, as the woman clearly is calling for the heroes of Sandpoint. And seeing you come downstairs in response to the noise that she's been making, you basically see like a look of terror on her face, and she almost is like out of breath with what she's trying to say.
Calm yourself, lad. Explain slowly what's happened.
And so she takes a couple breaths, still kind of shallow, but she breathes in, breathes out, and you see her kind of calm down a little bit, but she's still, tears in her eyes. And she she recalls. She says that her name is Amelie, and her husband Allergast is she she's getting some wires crossed here. She says her name is Amelie Barrett, and this is her two children, and she's looking for your help because she fears that something has happened to her husband Allergast in their home.
Where
Okay.
is it? Where's the home?
I rolled
and-
a sense motive. Does this feel like a trap, or is this like a very genuinely terrified woman?
From what you can tell, she seems like very upfront about this. She seems genuinely terrified.
I'm looking. Are the children moving?
Oh yeah, no, the kid is also crying,
Okay.
and she like the baby's also wailing. She goes on to recall that when the Swallowtail Festival happened, her son Aaron saw a goblin light a cat on fire and then caper around, burning remains and stuff. And the child hasn't really been the same since. Every night since then, he's had howls of terror, which has sent their dog into a barking fit. And then when the parents go to investigate, Aaron claims that a goblin came out of his closet. When her husband went to go check, he would, tear that closet apart like top to bottom and couldn't find anything. And ever since, his complaints about the closet goblin have grown more and more tiresome. Yesterday, her husband threatened to, make their son sleep in the woodshed if he couldn't learn to be a man and sleep through an entire night without crying and telling stories. And as she finishes that, you hear her kind of like choke back a bit of a sob, and she clutches the child a bit closer to her, and she says last night, when Aaron was crying again, Allergast didn't go to soothe him for his night terrors. But then a few minutes later afterwards, we heard our dog shriek out in some kind of horrific cry, and then Aaron's screams turn shrill. And so you see her pause, and she takes another breath, and she grabs her son and his arm, and she rolls up his sleeve, and you can see what look to be bite marks just all over his arm. They look rather horrific. And so she says that when her husband burst into Aaron's room, he found a goblin crouched on their son's chest, and the dog was dead in a corner with a knife in his ear. And the goblin was trying to chew off the boy's arm. Her husband had gone to attack the goblin and then chased it back into the closet, and it looks like it climbed into a hole that it had hidden under an old fur that we had. And her husband flew into a rage, and as he started tearing apart the closet in an attempt to get at the goblin, she panicked, and she just got out of the house with her kids to look for you guys to find some help.
All right. Well, that took enough time, and we don't know what time we're running on. I think it's about time we move. Yeah. And I hope I've about done
Make a
putting on
move.
my armor.
What?
Is there any swimming involved?
No.
I would hope not.
Damn it.
Do the marks, are the marks on the kid's arm now?
Sorry, what was that?
Are the
Yes.
tooth marks on the kid's arm right now?
Yeah, you can physically see like sharp and some are still kind of bleeding, like bite marks on his arm.
And they do look like goblin marks, like goblin tooth, sort of.
Make a knowledge nature check.
Do I?
Knowledge
What?
local, knowledge local or nature, I think would work.
I don't know what.
I don't have any of the knowledge checks either.
No,
I've got Arcana and Planes.
I have history, religion under knowledge.
1 second.
Elsis for the win.
Elsis, you can confirm that they are indeed goblin bite marks.
Okay.
The moment I have armor on, I'm not going to wait for anybody, but I do urge people to join me, and I start heading out towards the house.
I go as
Where
well.
is it?
So the woman goes and leads you to their house in Sandpoint. I actually don't have a map for it, so you'll have to bear with me.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Oh,
You said it's in the
Ew.
forest?
No, not in the forest. It's in town.
Forest.
Oh, okay.
Sandpoint.
Yeah, it's a house in Sandpoint.
So it won't take long to get there.
Yeah. So as you guys come up to the house, the woman stays a bit far back. With the kids have been left with Ameko. So she stays rather far back and says it's in the specific room for the son. And so you come up on the house, but you find it's rather quiet.
Would we expect it to be louder?
Are we going to get a map
I-
of the external each, or just?
I don't have a map of the house, unfortunately.
Where in Sandpoint is it? Is there a way to pinpoint it?
No.
Okay.
It
You
is
don't know
so
which
it's
house it is. It's
somewhere-
It's
one of the
just
houses.
a house in Sandpoint.
Yeah,
I don't have
okay.
anything specific for
Got
it.
it.
So my character isn't going to be blustering. He's not going to be pausing. He's going to be slamming through the front door, finding the cabinet, demanding pretty much from the lady, "Where is it? Where's the problem?"
Okay, so you're just gonna like go through the house
She
until
has
you find
keys.
the. Well, the
Right,
the
but
door's
what I
open.
mean
It's
is,
open. It
I'm
hasn't been
considering
locked
this
or
an
anything.
emergency, and I'm considering this a danger to the general public.
Right.
Okay, so as you go through the house, you do eventually come across a room in which you see what looks to be a man on his stomach, half inside of like a crawl space, where you can see the closet was shoved aside.
What?
Just gonna go in there and join him.
someone pull
Just
him
like,
out.
Right.
Oh, this is going to be uncomfortable, isn't it?
Is he like immediately from grabbing him? I'll grab him around the shoulders
Is
or
he
whatever. Can I feel a
moving?
pulse?
Sorry, I missed that last part.
Which half is inside the crawl space?
I'll start pulling him out.
The
Is he,
third half.
Like,
So like
does it feel like he's breathing? Does it feel like he's got a pulse?
Make a perception check.
All right. Perception. Here we go.
So I'll let you know right now, this room is probably only big enough to fit like 3 of you. It does not look like he is breathing.
Okay. I'll just say, Zakul, we need some healing here. And yeah, no.
Zakul is not
Basically-
currently with you. Zakul
Zakul's
is
not there.
So cool still asleep at the inn.
yeah.
Oh,
Right.
but
Firstly,
I think we should. Yeah, Zuko's back at the inn. We should probably drag him out before healing him, though.
All right. And I'll yank him out.
So Make a.
I'll give a hand as well.
All right.
Make
So
a Yankee
as
check.
you okay, so who is pulling the body out?
At the moment, are Miller and Kildekin.
Okay. So
I have
as
notes.
you both pull, like grab him by the legs and pull him out, both of you make a Constitution check. Not a Constitution check. Sorry, a
Okay.
Fortitude. My bad.
Fortitude. Save?
Yeah,
Oh
Fortitude.
no!
Oh my
Oh
god!
no!
So as you both pull back the body, the sight that you're greeted with is brought by an immediate, like, retching sound as you try not to vomit. And what you can see is that not only has his throat been cut open, but his face has actually been, like, torn off. And so you actually have to, like, let go and, like, back away from the scene to keep from throwing up. So you guys are
Hold
currently
on, I'm not keeping from throwing up. I am
nauseated.
throwing up.
Oh no, Amelia does throw up.
Okay, so you
Roll up
guys
over the
run.
body.
You guys
Not
run
over the
out
body.
of the room.
Yeah, we both find a corner of the room and we both throw
Yeah.
up.
It's the same one. It's really awkward.
And with that, as you two run out, you also hear a smaller, like, shriek. It almost sounds very mad. And you see a small goblin leap out of the hole to attack.
Right.
And with
It's
that,
attack.
let's just roll initiative.
Oh lordy. It's going well so far.
I can't believe we both rolled a 1.
I
We
can't
both
believe you
rolled a
both rolled a one on that.
Wow.
Lord.
Oh yeah.
You guys are clearly not used to seeing this kind of gore before.
I think
I
I'm kind
roll
of turned off gore at the moment.
So bad.
Holy crap! I'm not last for once.
I think you're first.
Yeah.
I'm second last and I have the
Just roll
highest.
right. Yeah, you're first.
initiative.
Unless the goblin
so,
goes first.
With party formation, I need you guys to move yourselves so that 3 of you are in the room. So just whoever, or I guess one person is in the room
how-
since the other 2 ran out.
Yeah, but how are you
Where's
supposed to
party
do that with?
formation?
I'll just be at the
You
back.
just click and drag
Go to the party sheet.
on the party
formation
sheet.
tracker.
It's under order on the.
So me and
order tab.
Kildekin at the back, right?
Yeah, you 2 are at the back.
It's probably not going to be good for me to be up at the front on this one though, because I cast. Spell.
I wouldn't be in the room because I have no strength, so I wouldn't have even attempted to pull out this body.
So it'd be those 3?
So yeah, it would be you 3 are probably the closest. K-Dog would probably be further back.
We would have run past you,
Yeah.
or something.
Well, yeah.
So it would probably
behind.
be Coops and Elsis would be the closest. With probably Coops at the forefront. So the goblin is going to slash out at Coops.
Oh, it goes fast, nice.
And Coops, what is your AC?
16.
That is a hit.
Fucking nice.
It slashes you on the shins for 2 damage.
Alright.
That would
I mean,
hurt like hell.
Yike. That it stings, yeah. Oh,
Oops, sorry.
yeah, it's the old combat tracker, isn't it?
Bernie.
No.
Do we have like a map to show where these people are?
No. So it's currently Coops is the only person currently in the room.
Just using the formation tracker.
and just using the
Yeah.
formation tracker right now. So Coops is in the room. There is enough space to fit 2 people in there. One of which can get into melee range with this goblin.
Can we can people like see it through the hallway?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, with everyone being tall in front of me,
Okay.
I could see this
Oh,
goblin.
right. Sorry. So you guys are nauseated for 1 round. So your next
Okay.
round, you will
Right.
be clear after your turn.
Okay, so can I move behind Coops
Yeah.
and cast magic armor on him?
Mage armor?
You can. If he's wearing armor, though, there's no advantage. He's already wearing armor, which gives him a +4 bonus.
Yeah, so you'd only give +1 with mage armor.
No, he actually wouldn't give any plus because mage armor only gives +4, and it counts as a standard armor bonus. Then they don't stack.
Well, can I give him resistance then?
You could give him resistance, yeah.
I'll give Coops resistance. Boop.
Okay.
And I have to roll though for that, don't I?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, and then on to Bindi.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming I'm the one in melee range of this fucking thing.
Yeah, this thing is basically like almost right under your legs, kind of thing.
Murder it.
Just
Step on it.
visually on the party sheet, can we use the ghoul as the mob?
As the goblin.
Sure. So it's I can't put him directly on Coops, but just imagine that it's close enough to be.
I would imagine these are like 5-foot squares.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and this is still the
Jeez.
previous day, or is it a new day now?
So it's technically a new day, but you guys have not gotten a full 8-hour rest yet.
So no, all day basically.
So old day, yeah.
Oh, let me say, I should have that
All
still.
day new shit.
I should also have that still.
You guys still need
Until restart.
about 4 hours of actual rest to complete your long rest.
Huzzah.
Oh, okay, because all
I'm
my
very
spells
glad
have
I got
changed with the
healed.
preparation, right?
Yeah, so you have your spells prepared, but they haven't been your slots haven't been renewed yet from the rest.
Yeah. So that's why I just reused a spell to put it back on the slot because I had renewed it.
Yeah.
Okay,
When I
gonna-
give you the rest, it will renew your spells automatically. You just need to prepare your spells so that when the renew happens, those are the spells you have available.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to blood rage and do a full attack on this guy.
Okay.
Murk him.
Murked.
On one enemy.
Your
Miss, hit. I'm
your
assuming.
bite hit, or sorry, not your bite, your claw. Oh my god.
Damn.
All right. Well, you definitely hit, and it is not doing well.
Getting
Just for
really
that
good at
one.
beheading goblins.
Yeah, you really are. All right, Armila.
Oh boy. Okay.
So you are nauseous. So you cannot currently do much more than move. But you
I see.
cannot act.
So I can only move.
You can only
Is what
move.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I will just move away from the puddle of sick and just sit there.
Okay. Kilderkin, same for you. You
I'll
can
retro
move.
corner.
Amethysis.
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 Rename yourself.
Never.
Rock Boy.
It's an
Alright,
amethyst ethos.
just gonna
With
make
thesis.
I'm just gonna use my crossbow just normally, no gravity.
Okay.
Where is my combat shot of it? Just need to find out where my crossbow is.
Actions and weapons.
Weapons, there it is. So I'm just shooting
that
down
is that is a miss.
Alright. All good.
Yeah.
That's me done.
Elsis. So there is enough space to move into the room and to get into melee, but then the room is full.
I will move up. And
Stab.
yes, I'll stab.
Step.
And I'll miss.
With flank, yeah, that is a miss. Zekel's not here. On to the next round. To the goblin. Goblin's gonna.
I mean, if you just
slash
use the
again.
coolest goblin.
What does your blood rage bring your AC to?
14.
14. Okay, so that hits. It's gonna deal 4 more damage to your legs.
He's also got resistance +1 if that means anything.
So resistance is only going to increase his saving throws by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie.
Am I able to move anywhere in the room?
You can move to the left, but that's it.
Through the left, so okay. By Elsie's.
Yep. Technically, there's like a bed there, so you can go and stand on the bed.
Rough terrain.
I can try using acid splash.
Make a will save to avoid jumping on the bed.
I'll use acid splash.
Okay.
Please don't singe the poor boy's bed.
And
I mean, there's a lot going on, but like, come on. Linens aren't cheap.
That motherfucker ain't ever coming back to this house.
That's a hit.
You killed him?
To be fair, there's now a whole bunch of linen being unused by the husband.
All right.
True.
Free napkins.
You
It's free linen.
you go and melt the shit out of that goblin, and it gives out a horrible shriek as it falls over dead.
Hooray!
hooray! My acid
Yay!
splash did something.
All right. So yep, goblin's dead.
Well, that's everything
You're,
done.
you're
Let's go.
you're left in a now quiet room with a dead goblin and a faceless man.
Can his wife see him?
She's
No.
she's outside. She didn't come inside with you guys.
Okay, so she
Mhm.
can't see that.
Correct.
Okay, so she just
Someone
saw
should-
me and Kilda can go in, go out, vomit while everybody's doing battle.
Someone should cover the body.
Yeah.
The nice
I'll tell the
linens.
wife.
No!
I like how there had to be like that, like 1 or 2 seconds before it clicked on everybody, and just like, no.
I'm already getting the sheet off of the bed or whatnot and covering the body with it.
Just
I'll
I'm
try,
just
but
staring at her like
I'm a bit
goblins are really
lost.
gross. Sorry.
I'll head down, making sure to stay in front of Bindi.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head out of the house now then?
Someone
Yeah.
loot that fucking
I wanna-
goblin.
I want to have a
Alright.
look at this hole, inspect the hole, have a look down it.
Okay.
'Cause I have done
For the most part, there's really not a lot that you can see in the hole. You can see that it looks like the goblin had tried to like dig its way out, as there's a lot of like misplaced dirt in the area. But then it would just come across more like wooden foundation, and it couldn't get out. So you expect that it probably was here for a while, considering how much it had to like try to dig out. So it was probably starving at some point.
So for some reason, it was in here, and then it was trying to dig its way out. Is the way that I'm. There's no like connection from the outside to in.
There's no connection from the outside to this crawl space.
Okay.
So it basically had to come through the house to get in here, and then it probably found this to hide, and then couldn't leave because of the threat of being caught or discovered.
Looking into the crawl space, is there any indication of maybe where it came from the outside?
We've just been over that. There's no entry point from the outside into this.
It was already in the house. It was trying to get out.
It was in the house, but is there an indication of maybe something that it had or brought in with it from the outside that would give us an indication of where it came from?
No.
Make a perception check.
Sec. Where is that?
Skills.
Oh, skills. There we go.
Also the main page.
I didn't see it on the main page, but
under PERC, Percept.
Percy. Wait, what?
Nope.
As far as you can see, no.
At this moment, I'm downstairs and I'm saying, sorry, I don't know how to tell you this.
So as you come out of the house, you actually see a couple of guards, as well as Sheriff Hemlock, running up to the scene to make sure that everything is okay. And as the two guards are staying next to the distraught woman, Sheriff Hemlock comes up to you to ask what happened.
Well, first thing is that I speak to Emily, and I will say to her, I don't know how to tell you this, Lars, but by the time we got there, Alagast had passed away.
With your charisma,
already too late.
Yeah, with your charisma, he fucking died.
Oh,
I am trying. Look, I'm not charismatic. It doesn't come across as super earnest, but I'm trying. Okay.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Hold on.
To maybe help soften the blow.
Diplomacy -2. You ready? Y'all ready, kids?
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Better than I expected. So you see like the look on her face, and it doesn't really change much, and you almost expect that she's in like shock of hearing the news. But you expect that like she is aware of what you've said. She just is not able to react more than she currently is at the moment. But it will wind up setting in at some point. As the sheriff also overhears this, he gets a rather grim expression on his face hearing the news.
I'll ask the sheriff come with us, and we can discuss with him what's happened and basically share with him what we know.
Yeah, and he asks for one of the guardsmen that he's brought to stay with her and bring her and her family to the guard station, and they can stay the night. And they can maybe see about reaching out to any of her other family or something like that. And so with that, the guardsman goes and walks Emily to the guard station, and the sheriff thanks you for your quick response. He would have hoped that that kind of news could have been avoided, but he understands because he's had to say the same news to others in his own time as the sheriff. So it's not something he wishes on anybody.
Man.
As you all leave the house and follow the sheriff, he asks the other guard to call for a couple other guardsmen, and to close off the house while they complete their inspection, as you fill the sheriff in on the details over at the garrison.
Okay. And yeah, we'll just fill in what we know about how the goblin got there, what it was doing while there, and what it the injuries that it managed to get, how it was treating. You know what I mean.
So
Just
takes
whatever
down
you told us, we tell them.
Yeah, he takes down the record and your information. Should they have any more questions, since you're the first ones on the scene, when they can, they're also going to get Amelie's side when she is feeling up to it.
Yeah.
But thanks you once again for your assistance in the matter, and says should be okay to deal with for the night now. So you can head back to the tavern. It's been like an hour and a half of filling in reports and taking testimonies and stuff from you guys. So you're probably eager to get back to bed. And so as you guys head back to the Rusty Dragon Inn to finish your rest, we'll take a break from there, and we'll give everybody their long rest here.
Okay.
I just pipe up and saying, maybe just in case there's still more goblins around, go around, have the guards ask around and go through houses, just as a quick check.
Any weird noises? Any
Anything
kids
that
who
seems
are
out of the
hearing
ordinary.
things, or
yeah, they'll make a mention to ask any other homeowners if anything strange or stranger has been happening recently, or if anyone has noticed any weird noises or any of the like, to maybe investigate.
Also want to have a quick word with the sheriff as well.
Okay.
Sheriff, just can you ask Emily about a reward for killing that goblin for her?
I'd like to remind you all, he has a higher charisma than I do.
Make a diplomacy check.
That's not... Most people do, Baron.
Make a diplomacy check. He says you should probably leave. The woman has enough on her mind right now. Thank you for the assistance, but
fucking hard,
just leave it for now. Just go. Just go. as he and a couple of other guards kind of walk you all back to the entrance and escort you out of the garrison.
Great way to make our image not that great anymore.
Oh boy.
Why must you do this to us? Alright. I'm gonna
so you guys all head back to the tavern, finish your rest. I'll give you all a long rest, and we'll take a 15-minute break.
Yeah.
Alright.
What do I take off wounds for a long rest?
Sorry, what?
What do I take off wounds for a long rest?
It automatically removes a wound per character level. So the only thing you need to manually fix is your blood rages per day.
Yeah, I changed that as I did it. Okay. Oh, yeah, but it's a new day now, so you've reset it.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're back up to full for your daily uses and stuff now.
Okay.
All right, break time.
No. Do they have latex in this era?
It's BDSM.
So you all wake up in the morning finally after your long rest. So you've all got your spells and everything refreshed now. As you all wake up, head down for breakfast. You are greeted. You are greeted by Sheriff Hemlock,
Uh-oh.
and he says, "Good morning." And
Morning.
if you
Hello,
guys
Sheriff.
are free at some point, Shalelu has come in. So I know you said you wanted to talk with her when she arrived, and I mentioned I would come and grab you as soon as she came in. So if you're available sometime this afternoon, we're meeting at the town hall to discuss.
Okay.
And with that, he bows and he leaves.
Is this to discuss the attack that just happened?
Who is Shillelagh again?
Okay,
Uh,
Shalelu is the hunter in the forest. He's the one who's going to be bringing back info from what the forest may hold and why the goblins, like what we're aiming to gain, is why the
Right.
goblins suddenly attacked the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's what my question was with the perception check, by the way.
Yeah,
Find out where the goblin came from, like outside.
yeah. Shalelu Anisania. Anisana. And yeah, he restocks here and he is back now, which is good. I'd love to be part of that. It feels like a plot hook.
So whatever you guys want to do until the afternoon, or we can just skip to the afternoon and go to the town hall.
I'd like to check the billboard for missions.
We
We
also wanted to
also-
go to the Curious Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that.
Okay. So let's do
We don't want to split the party.
Curious Goblin, and
We also
while
don't want to
Chris
leave
is-
Bindi behind anywhere by herself, unsupervised.
Unsupervised.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so should
It is
we
only
grab
meant for-
a quest first and then go to the Curious Goblin?
Yeah, let's do that in that order.
Sure.
Yeah.
So looking at the billboard, currently there's not a lot on there. Where is there it is. BL. So currently there is a goblin dog that appears to be have noticed outside of some of the forests. They don't know like if it's been making any problems, but they've noted that they at the very least want it investigated. Outside of that, we have people have been seeing some snakes up in the hills, but this is mostly just a like a breeding thing with the snakes that time of year kind of thing.
Okay.
So people have been
What's the quest?
spying on the snakes and telling everybody about it. That's kind of
Yes.
rude.
Yeah.
People have been breeding
Beyond that,
with the
there's
snakes.
really not many quests right now, but chances are more will show up going forward. Stuff gets posted typically every couple days, so
Okay.
just depends on whether it's something that the guard handles or whether it's something that they actually need an adventurer to deal with.
Right. And it's now Fire's Day too. So what was happening on that day again?
So Fire's Day is the day that there's a merchant caravan that comes in that sells like a few additional magic items.
Let's go for the Goblin Dog.
Is this also the day that the magic items refreshes, or is that later?
No. So there's a monthly refresh for the town, which happens in like a week and a bit.
Okay.
So probably not this game session then.
No.
Unless we're just like, okay, a week later, boom.
Well,
We're choosing to go to sleep for a week.
I would say that maybe before going to the town hall meeting, we would go to maybe just check out the merchants and see what's up, just to see what's available. You never know.
Well, my first protocol is the Curious Goblin, straight up.
Yes, no,
Curious
absolutely.
Goblin, yeah.
After that,
Okay.
happy to do some shopping, and then after that, we can go to
Goblin Dog.
Okay, so you guys are going to go to the Curious Goblin first, then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a map for that?
Well, it's in Sandpoint, so
It's a shop. The Curious Goblin's a shop.
yeah, it's just across from the
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be maybe like
the general store and the bakery.
Okay.
someone
Double check.
closed
The Curious Goblin is just a bookstore, yeah?
Yeah, it's basically just a bookstore.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head to the Curious Goblin. You see out front that the sign to the building shows a wide, three-eyed goblin reading an upside-down book that's almost as tall as he is.
Hey, Bendy, you must be related to this one.
Upside down, you say?
Wow.
As you go in, you see a somewhat middle-aged man who, or I guess not middle-aged. Sorry, he's quite old for a human.
I was gonna say on the map of Sandpoint, he's pretty old.
Yeah, he's pretty old. Sorry, I didn't read the 70 years part. Yeah, he's pretty old. He introduces himself as Chask Haladan. He's the owner of the bookshop, and any book that you're looking to find, he most likely has. If not, he can probably source it from Magnamar at some point.
I'm looking more for info, not a specific book. I'm looking for a type of.
Yeah, because you said it was the way you kind of let it on was like it was almost like a library or like a history location of Sandpoint.
This is basically the history location of Sandpoint. Is
Yeah.
the bookstore.
But you have
Most-
to buy
most
the
small
books, right?
Most small towns would not have a giant library
Yeah,
dedicated to
this
the
is
history.
the closest thing that this place has to an actual library outside of going to Magnamar to an actual library.
Okay, but we have to buy the books. Though is the key.
We can check.
Well, hard to say. Yeah, you have to check.
So I would like to
Just
find
browse.
a book called "The Recent Histories of Sandpoint."
That's oddly specific.
That's very
As
oddly
close to
specific.
that as I can get.
Well, so if you're looking for the history of Sandpoint, he has a few books in particular. Was there anything that you were looking for specifically, or did you want him to just bring out what he's got?
I specifically want to know anything that's anything pretty much notable that's happened in the last, say, 50 years. Anything that has been an ongoing issue, a reoccurring problem, anything that has been unexplained, things like we now know that something happened with the church 50 years ago. Or no, 20 years ago, was it?
The church was within the last like 10 years, not even.
Okay, 10 years, sorry. So we know the church burned down 10 years ago. and there were probably already strange things surrounding that situation, or at least I have my suspicions. So I would like to find out about the recent histories and anything that's happened or anything that is happening in the town as of the recent history. Pretty much the
well, I
last
mean,
10 years would be when I'd like to, like, well, 10, 15 years was when I'd like
he
to
can
focus on.
he has some history like on Sandpoint, but he can only basically go back about 70 years because that's only as long as Sandpoint's been around, is about 77 years.
Awesome. I don't need to know about old Sandpoint. I want to know about recent Sandpoint. Any news that's gone through the town, stuff like that. Just anything notable and significant that's happened in the past 10 years.
So maybe instead of looking for a book, are you directing this at the
Yeah, if you want,
just
you can
talk
just
to someone.
He's
Like
been
mail.
in Sandpoint for quite a while, so
70 years, hasn't it?
Well, he's 70 years old. He hasn't lived in Sandpoint for 70 years.
The other person who might be worth talking to is the mayor about this stuff, but
yeah, but nothing wrong with we could talk to the mayor at the town hall.
Admittedly, I thought the history was a bit longer, but I'd still be interested in a book like. All right. So I walk up to the guy and say, "Can you tell me, or might I get a book on the recent going-ons in Sandpoint? Anything strange or unusual that's happened here in the past few years?"
Well, he mentions like the last thing that happened aside from the festival was the church. If we go back a little bit more,
And nothing interesting happened between those two events.
No, not really. Right before that, there was the late unpleasantness. Before that, really not much since the founding of Sandpoint.
All right, this is being a complete dead end, and I apologize to wasting everyone's time. If anyone else has any questions, please, by all means, ask. But I aim to do here, I have no idea.
1 second here.
Oh, are you going first?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Hello Book person, what is your name?
Chask.
Chask Hallidan.
Okay, hello, Mr. Chask Hallidan. Man, do you have any books on like Minkayan sort of stuff? Anything like that on the language and like the people?
Minkayan's.
I'm just curious.
He kind of strokes his chin a little bit, thinking. Nothing on hand. Usually, a lot of stuff that's not like local history is typically kept in like some of the larger libraries of the main cities.
Okay, goodbye.
I could probably get something, but it'd take a few days.
Amila just leaves.
Oh, okay.
They don't have what she has, what she wants.
I'm more or less just inquiring about the nobilities. I think I might be on this a little bit too much, but I'm gonna ask about what's his face, Longiku. Based on his attitude and how he approached us, I'm curious if this historian or bookkeeper is aware of anything regarding the nobilities and why he would have like such disdain, kind of, given the recent events. I'm not wording it greatly is the problem.
Well, he says if he can recall so you're asking about Longiku specifically?
More, yeah, Longiku specifically, yeah.
Okay. Well, he recalls that Longiku himself and his family like he came to Sandpoint. His family helped found it. He himself, as you can probably tell from Ameko, he's not exactly been the best kind of father. And while he doesn't know a lot of the specifics about like what happened between him and Ameko, he does know that whatever it was bad enough that Ameko went and became an adventurer all her own and basically turned down anything to do with her family. So in a way, it was probably, I'd imagine, some kind of shame, being a nobleman, to have that happen, especially with your own daughter.
Okay. I think I'm just harping on to a point that I don't need to look into anymore. All right.
I mean, beyond that, he's always had a rather short temper, but yeah, couldn't really say otherwise.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Mr. Hallidan, could you lead me to the cookbooks?
Cookbooks. Yeah, he's got a small section of cookbooks. Was there anything in particular you were looking for, or do you just want like just a recipe book?
Just recipes, my good man.
All right. Let's see. He's got about 8 or 9 of them. Most are for like some local cuisines. There's a couple that are more exotic. Did you want anything local or?
Local, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So depending on your price range, he's got some books that go up to about 10 gold, and he's got about five books of local cuisine recipes, and they start at 1 gold for fairly thin book, going up in price up to 10 gold for what is the thickest book.
What about for the heroes of Sandpoint?
Okay, for you guys, I'll knock off a percentage.
1%.
Curiosity, what is your literacy level, Bindi?
What the fuck?
I don't.
Barely
He's not a barbarian, so he's not illiterate.
Wanted to know.
He's
Is
not
there
illiterate, but
actually-
how
is-
literate?
Is there a
Exactly.
literacy thing? on
Oh yeah, like
Roll for literacy.
some classes are actually like illiterate, like barbarians.
I'm buying it for what's the innkeep's name again?
Ameko?
Yeah, because that ball was quite frankly disgraceful.
All right, how much do you want to throw at this book?
Okay, I want the 10 gold one of it. I want it for 50% off.
Make a diplomacy check on that. That's not happening.
How
Me
do
one
we
book.
keep doing this?
Best I can
50%
do. Best I can do on that is 8 gold, and I can't go any lower.
Fine, 8 gold.
I'm shocked you even lowered the price.
Well, that was just because the hero discount. That's it. That's all he's willing to do.
He rolled an
we're-
natural
you haven't-
1. I'm surprised he actually honored the hero discount.
Yeah,
Coop, you
that's
haven't
a-
tried intimidation yet.
That's a pity
Oh,
discount.
yeah. No, look, I've already gotten the bargain in. I've lost.
Thank
Whoa,
you.
I'll take
has
it for 8 gold.
Okay.
Oh,
So take off
jeez.
8 gold.
Taken
I'm
off.
gonna pull up the recording later and try and like record all the stats and see how many fucking ones we've rolled.
It's
many.
been at least 3
The double
This
puke
session,
was
yeah.
amazing.
this session.
Oh yeah, the double. God.
All right. Anything else you want to do with the Curious Goblin?
Yes, leave.
Okay.
Yes, we're looking to leave.
All right. So then, where do you want to go? Where do you guys want to go next?
The markets.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to see what I guess is available with the traveling trader.
Yep.
Especially magic bits and bobs.
That we could
And-
totally afford.
Can that be
course.
the
With our
name of
money.
the magic trader? Bits and bobs.
Well, as you
Guy named
head
Bits,
into
guy named Bobs.
the market square, you see a man behind a not really like a caravan, but it's more like a fold out like kiosk kind of thing, and he's got like a rather old, worn looking sign above it that says Rogai's Mystical Emporium.
What did that say again?
Says Rogai's Mystical Emporium. So Rogy.
ROGY. Hey,
ROGUY.
Rogi.
Rogi. Rogi.
And he's mostly set up. He's still just like tidying up a little bit, but it looks like he's set up and ready to do business. From what you can tell, he appears to be a half elf.
Okay. So, but what's the store look like? What's the presentation of it? Is there even an inside, or is this like a caravan?
It's basically just like a fold out kiosk, just out in the middle of the market area.
So, what's presented here? What's
So
mix and match
behind the kiosk, you can see what looks to be like several scrolls, a wand, a staff, some kind of hammer, a piece of armor, like a chest plate, and another staff-looking object.
Okay. I'll start asking. What is this? Where adventurers looking for sort of things to buy? What sort of stuff do you have, and what does this all do?
Oh, quite a lot, my friend. Quite a lot. For the distinctive adventurer, I have a perfectly fine set of banded mail, guaranteed to protect you, and all yours for the low price of 1,400 gold.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What the steal?
huh.
Come again.
Yes, tell me more about other things.
Or for those of you who are more of the arcane nature, we have several scrolls. This shield. I also have a scroll of hypnotism. I have a staff of spiders.
Spiders, you say? This is for you,
And what about some sort of thing for the light of coin?
Ah, one of
Hmm?
you. All right. And
Hmm.
he
We're not
grabs
that
the
poor.
scroll of hypnotism and says, "This is 25 gold."
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Have you heard of the Heroes of Sam?
I mean, I travel around, and this is the first week I've come in, so I'm afraid I haven't heard much to do with whoever these heroes are.
I heard they're pretty good. Like really good.
My opinion of them started high and has slowly been declining as time goes on, and I hear more about them.
Okay, well that's just kind of rude, my guy.
What have you heard about them?
Talking to
Please.
Baron.
There's things they say and do. Little rumors here and there. Don't worry about it.
I'm imagining Zigul's actually like, damn, who are these heroes? They sound good. They sound pretty damn. Damn.
Trying to
I'll
think
be
of
honest, we're just a bunch of assholes.
So is the banded mail enchanted?
It is a +1 banded mail.
Right. Okay.
That's why the extra 1,000.
What's the thing that allows me to check if an item has spells?
Spellcraft. And
Spellcraft.
detect magic, followed by spellcraft.
Because I know I have that, so that's detect magic is in my actions, right?
Yeah, it's a level 0 spell, so you would just say you're using detect magic, and then roll a spell check or spellcraft.
Okay, never mind. I don't have it equipped, so I was gonna see if he had anything that wasn't like that was maybe like busted or something like that we could do like a spell check on it and then see if it was maybe had like an enchantment that we could get away for cheap or something.
No, a lot of stuff like that, like all they need to do is just have somebody cast detect magic on it to find out how magical it is, and then they can determine what effects it has. So like old
enough.
stuff like that does not really like fly under the radar, so to speak, in this world.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, as far as what he's got, the cheapest item he sells is the Scroll of Hypnotism, which is 25 gold. The next up from that is the Scroll of Fire Shield, which is 700 gold.
Okay.
That is his low ball.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what he paid for it.
Probably just as much.
All right. Well, I'll be over here.
I think
I just
I'm
walk
good.
away.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if nobody wants anything, I guess you're all going to go to the town hall after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can imagine they're all just everybody's just crowding around. And and everybody just walks off.
Yeah, that's
Like, nope.
700 gold pieces.
that.
And I'm going that way.
All right. So you make your way to the town hall, and you see the sheriff standing there waiting for you.
Hello, Sheriff.
He greets you and says, if you'd like, we were just about to get started with the meeting.
All right.
Okay. So he escorts you upstairs to Mayor Deveron's office, and inside you see Mayor Deveron as well as what looks to be an elven woman. Here we go. Who introduces herself by the name of Shalelu Andosana.
Shalelu, hello.
Greetings. Heard a lot about you. Very interested to see what you have seen out there.
Yes, the Mayor Deveron introduces you to Shalelu and introduces Shalelu to you guys. From there, from there, Sheriff Hemlock kind of interjects and says that Shalelu is more of an unofficial member of Sandpoint's town guard. At which point you notice that Shalelu has a bit of a smirk show on her face. And says to Shalelu that this is Sandpoint's newest crop of goblin slayers. Goes on to explain that to you guys that Shalelu has been a thorn in the side of the goblin tribes, the local goblin tribes, for years, and that few in the region know more about them than she does. And he brings up a piece of parchment that he's got that seems to describe how it looks like Sandpoint isn't the only place in the region that's been having goblin troubles. To summarize from the report, there's been an increase in goblin-related raids along the Lost Coast, particularly in the dale between Nettlewood and Mosswood. If you guys have the map of the Sandpoint hinterlands, I believe you should be able to see that there.
Images uncategorized Sandpoint hinterlands.
No, we got the GM map.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, the GM map. So between the Mosswood and the Nettlewood on the far right side of the map.
This river.
The GM map for the Sandpoint hinterlands.
Oh, there we go. And what's the place called again? Sorry.
The Nettlewood and Mosswood.
In between those two.
In between those two, there's been more goblin-related raids that have been reported, specifically in that area.
Hey, look, it's Riggs. Riggs told.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to mention that only a day ago, a farm south of Mosswood was burnt to the ground by a group of goblins. Shalelu was thankfully nearby, and unfortunately, while the farm couldn't be saved, she did rescue the family and drive off the goblins. The family is staying at a nearby farm for now, but the goblin problem is obviously not going away. And with that, Hemlock looks over to Shalelu and brings up an arm as if to gesture to her. At which point Shalelu chimes in and says, Belor's told me of your work against the goblins. Well done. I've dedicated the last several years of my life to keeping them from causing too much trouble around these parts, but they're tenacious and fecund little runts, like weeds that bite. There are 5 major goblin tribes in the region, and traditionally, they're pretty good at keeping each other in line with intertribal squabbles and the like. Yet, from what I've been able to piece together, members of all 5 tribes were involved in the raid on Sandpoint. Fair number of the Mosswood goblins I dealt with yesterday were already pretty beat up, and there was a lot of chatter about the Longshanks, who killed so many of them. Now that I've met you, it seems obvious from their descriptions who they were talking about. It seems you've made an impression. In any event, the fact that the 5 tribes are working together disturbs me. Goblin tribes don't get along unless they've got something big planned, and big plans require big bosses. I'm afraid that somebody's moved in on the goblins and organized them, and judging by these recent raids, what they're organizing seems like bad news for all of us. After that, then Sheriff Hemlock says that in response to this news, he's going to take a few guards with him to Magnamar to see about securing additional soldiers to station at Sandpoint for a few days, or a few weeks, at least until the extent of the goblin threat can be determined. While he's out of town, he's asked Shalelu to sniff around Shanks Wood, Brine Stump, Mosswood, Devil's Platter, and a few other places where goblins live to see if she can discover anything else about what's going on. If you guys are all right with it, he'd like you to maintain a public presence in Sandpoint over the next few days. The locals seem to have taken a liking to you, and seeing you around town will do a lot for keeping worries down over the next few days.
Okay.
Nobles don't seem to like us that much.
And
yeah, we did have Longico attack us somewhat, and I would like to know a bit more about
verbally.
Verbally.
And Mayor Deverin kind of chimes in. Yeah, he's not a great.
He's got his own shit going on.
He's not a great public figurehead. We try to not put him into those kind of situations for a lot of that reason.
Just out of curiosity, they said that the attacks are increasing, right?
Well, it's been reported that there have been more attacks in that area.
Okay, are we aware of anything that's changed or has anybody provoked the goblins into attacking?
As far as Shalelu's report goes, there's, as far as she can tell, no real change outside of the 5 goblin tribes have gotten together, and it seems like someone has banded them together. But she doesn't know who, only that you guys have made an impression on the goblins after their defeat in the festival.
Okay, so nobody from Sandpoint had attacked any of the goblins or anything like that.
Well, that's not to say no one in Sandpoint had attacked the goblins, but the only notable time that she's heard anything was the failed raid on Sandpoint that happened.
Okay.
So that means that we know we've got a target on our backs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you sure you want us in town? Because all it's gonna do is have them start trying to track us down.
Seems like
Town
if
is
we
safer
leave and
place for us to be.
make it public that we leave, then the goblins won't attack Sandpoint, right? Unless they're scared of us.
Yeah, do you think they're scared of us, or do you think they're trying to kill us?
Probably a little of both.
All right, that's worse.
And
it does mean that
with that, Sheriff Hemlock says that he's got plans to make for his trek to Magnamar. If you'd like to talk to Shalelu more, and then Shalelu chimes in saying, "Yes, if you don't mind, I could meet you at the Rusty Dragon for dinner, and we can go over some more particulars."
Sure.
For morality's sake, it's probably best to stay in the town for the townspeople.
Yeah, that would be
Not only
lovely.
that,
It would be nice
if
to
we're-
chat with you over dinner.
And with that, Sheriff Hemlock bows politely and leaves the room. And Shalelu says, "Yes, if you'd like, I can meet you for dinner. That's not a problem. And I do have some more information that I can send your way if it will at all help."
Sounds good.
And and with that, Mayor Deverin also chimes in and says, "Yes, if it's all right, I do have some other things I'd like to discuss with Shalelu while she's here. But I thank you for being a part of this meeting."
Okay. Anybody else got anything pertinent to ask?
I
pretty
think
much all the
anything
main
else.
stuff.
Yeah, anything else we can ask, we can just ask when we're at the pub or the inn.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So
So
we
you
head
guys
out?
all leave the town hall.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't know what to do now. It's kind of the whole day.
Yeah. If you guys have nothing else in particular to do, you can just kind of waste time until dinner time.
I can't think of anything else to do right now.
Hmm.
Well,
Craft more
Coops wanted
potions,
to
it's a new
do.
day.
Coops wanted to do that quest, didn't he?
Oh yeah, the Goblin Dog.
Yeah. If you
Goblin dog.
guys want, you can go and see about the Goblin Dog.
Yeah, let's do Goblin Dog.
All right.
Well,
So as you head back to the Rusty Dragon, you take a look at the board and see the note there talking about the dog. It's noted it's in a nearby forest, but seems to come out onto the road. And if you would like to go there, let me bring up the map again. You'll have to head towards the Shanks Woods, so just across of the Tickwood that you were at yesterday.
Okay.
Do we want to do it?
So it'd be about a 30-minute horseback ride to get out there.
We've all got our own horses, so let's put this in motion.
Okay.
Is there any? I guess was there any real details on the the quest page as to what they want done. Like, are they just looking at us killing the goblin dog or something?
It was mostly just like an investigation. But I mean, no one's really going to say no to removing goblin dogs from the area.
Mm.
Okay.
Let's see. All
right.
right.
So assumably we go to the Rusty Dragon, go to the stables, grab our horses, and start riding out.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out for anything that we notice, but aside from that, just trying to get to the location mentioned in the quest.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Shanks Woods.
This will just take me a couple minutes to set up.
Okay. What, you weren't prepared for us to pick up a random quest from?
Not in particular, no. Okay, so I have to do this. Yes.
I mean, while he's doing that, we can kind of postulate or talk about what we're going to talk about at the end, right? Is like, are there any questions that anybody can kind of bring up?
I've been thinking, but there's nothing. The problem is that at the moment, there's nothing that I can think of that we can really grip onto as like an action to do. We've done as much investigation. We're just looking for random bits and pieces. Nothing leads to anything at the moment. Nothing moves the story forward in the way that I would be looking for. So at the moment, we're just seeing what happens.
Well, so one thing that I was going to maybe look into is the burnt down farm, right? Like, has an investigation been done? Has anything interesting been found?
Well, so it was mentioned that Shalala was the one who saved the farmers and drove away the goblins.
Oh, I thought it was burnt down.
Yeah, it was burnt down. The farm was burnt down, and
okay,
she had to save the family.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I was just going to ask her where she got that bow. Looks cool.
Probably made it herself.
That's
Damn.
fucking impressive with that detailing. It's ridiculous.
Alrighty then. So let's put some of you guys on the map.
There's the new map.
Well, yes and no.
It's the old map.
It's the
but
old
better.
map, just in a new, slightly different spot.
So which map should we? Is it battle map outdoor?
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
And I can't wait to run around.
Can't wait to fight the Smite Works.
Get the fresh air. That
Okay,
motherfucking Smite Works.
Hildekin at the front. We're gonna have Elsis there, Indy there. We're gonna have Monk there, Kidog there, Cleric there. And...
This is still technically like daytime, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I need to change the time on this to sunlight. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see on the map.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's
roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative, yes.
Oh, I'm gonna be last again.
I mean, technically, you were first against the one goblin.
Not last.
Oh. Is that cool? That was just D20. Unless that was your initiative.
No, we need the actual initiative roll. Otherwise, it won't register.
Just oops.
Oops.
There we go.
Sweet.
Still the same.
I'm impressed that you get the
Exactly.
same roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistency,
good.
that's what we like in healers.
Yeah.
No
Oh, yeah.
modifiers either.
Maximum healing and gets the same roll every time.
Your curse
all
is
right.
you get the same roll every time. Your blessing is that you keep rolling high for that same roll.
Yeah.
Today's roll is 9.
9.
So let's roll for Amethyst.
Okay.
I'm backing out.
You wanted to do
Hey guys,
this.
let's go home. Go back to the bar.
I don't see anything.
I have a really weird idea that there's like 5 of these dog boys.
Where's the combat tracker? Combat tracker, yeah.
I'm just gonna make a movement to there.
Hello, Unidentif. How are you?
And yeah, let's get preparations going. Let me just quickly check. Oh, no, it's not what I wanted. No, stop.
I'll just hit cancel. There we go.
Thank you.
This time if Coops runs in, I'm just gonna leave him be.
Okay, so guys,
hmm,
if you're in
I'm a-
front, what you can do is you can delay your turn so that if
Mhm.
somebody like turns up at your location, they get to finish your turn, but you immediately go after them. You can also ready an action, which means when they come into melee combat with you, you can do a single action, like a punch or whatever, and you'll be able to.
I'm just gonna do that, and that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Bindi.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna move right here. Gently remind you that cool, I'm slightly injured.
You'll be fine.
Wasn't that
Say
wait,
that.
wasn't that from the map of what the
Did you
fuck?
not fully heal from the full night's rest?
No, because
Only
it
healed
only
1
gives
HP.
1 point per character level on long
Yeah.
rest.
Oh, what?
Did you not get healed? Did your wounds not get healed by the healing spell?
No, they
Not-
did. But he
No,
got
they did,
6
and then
points of
after the
damage
full
versus that
damage.
one goblin.
Oh
That
jeez,
little
I
ankle
didn't realize
biter
it was
slashed
6.
slashed my shins.
Alright.
There be some dogs.
Apparently.
Unidentif, absolutely.
I'll tell you who let the dogs out. It was me. I did it.
I knew you were the fucking big bad in game. God.
Sam's
Moving
like,
the
I'm the
20 feet.
villain. Yeah.
I see dogs.
Okay,
Is
I'll
that-
assume
is
the
that all you're
dogs are
doing
there.
there?
then.
So, well, can I prepare an action?
Yeah,
How
you
far
can
away
ready
are
an
they?
action.
I'm gonna ready a
From Coops, they
'Cause-
are.
Because we can't see them because of the fog of war.
Where's the ruler? Ruler. Right click.
They're 70 away.
There it is. Pointers. Draw arrow. Yeah, 70 feet is the closest one. 90
Okay.
feet is the furthest.
Okay.
So I'm going to prepare a bite attack. Ready up a bite attack.
Okay. Armila.
All right. Oh jeez. Okay. Getting flashbacks.
Ah, geez, Scoob.
On the
I'll probably
plus
just-
side, as far as you know, they don't have a gore attack.
Yeah. Did the bulls have a gore attack or just a regular
The
one?
boars had a gore attack. That was their only
Damn,
attack.
okay.
Was a gore
Attack.
attack.
They have a rend.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, they wouldn't be able to have a rent because there's no two fixed positions that they could have.
Each other.
Let's
One
see,
by
so
the
we're
arm,
gonna
one by
see-
the leg. Yank. I can see that.
I mean, if they had a teamwork ability, but I don't think balls are that smart.
These are dogs.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying the balls.
Oh yeah, balls
These
wouldn't have mattered.
dogs.
Balls had gore. I'm saying we still have the potential for rend
Is that all you're
attacks
doing
and-
there, Ink?
I'm gonna, because we don't know how fucking fast they are. I'll assume they are fast. I'll get
Oh.
ready to use my rope dart. So once they're within 20 feet, I'll attack.
Okay. Elsa's next, followed by Killikin.
Okay, so my mutagen doesn't take a movement or an action, or does it?
It takes a standard action to use it, and then
Standard action.
it works for 1 hour continuously.
Okay. So I will move here, and I will use my mutagen.
Which stat are you using it for? Strength, dexterity, or constitution?
Dex.
Dex,
Which
okay.
will give me +4 to my AC for now.
So I'll have to make a custom effect for you whenever you have your mutagen up so I can auto-assign this.
I've got 17 AC now at the moment.
Okay.
Jeez.
Kildikin.
I'm moving up here and readying an action that when any of the enemy reaches melee, I will use my tactics.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dog walks up, it casts Fireball. You all die.
Tactician.
Zekul next, followed by Bernie.
I guess I'll just move to where everyone else is at.
Okay.
How did you get in between? Why?
Choose a lane.
Okay.
just cleric things.
Clerics
God,
are
they went
limited
2.5.
by squares.
How far can I move again?
Whatever it says on your character sheet. Should be 30
The
feet
speed.
on the main page.
Yeah, main page at the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me and Baron are only 20 feet.
I'll go there.
Mostly
I'll
everyone else
see
is
one.
30 feet.
No
Can
way,
I-
really?
Can I shoot it from here? Hold on.
You can attempt it. What's the range on your whatever it is you're trying to use?
Well, let's see what my crossbow is. Actions, weapons. Range is 80.
Yeah, it's within range.
Shoots Miller in the back of the head, killing her.
It is literally at 80 feet from you right now.
All right, let's give it a shot. I just hit the attack one, right?
Yeah. I believe that's a hit. Let me check. Yes, that is a hit.
Sweet. Do I have to do a damage roll, or was that?
Yes, you do.
Damage.
Roll your weapon damage.
Yeah, roll damage.
Oh, there it is.
6 points. On which one?
First one.
75. Ha.
In. Oops. Is
We
this
make
one?
a little arrow. It's kind of cute.
It's not that one.
Like 5 minutes left. God damn.
It's okay, you'll keep casting gravity bow or whatever.
No, I just gotta shoot it.
Nope, not that one. Yeah, I'm trying. Could you remove the mark, please?
Oh, shit, sorry.
Did you think that was just for you?
I
There we
was
go.
messing with it. I didn't realize, like.
Okay. So now it's up to their turn. Be 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
It came out of nowhere.
Yep, there's more than one. More than two. There is a
And you
few.
said within 20 feet. That's 5, 10, 15. That's 20 feet away for your rope dart, Armula.
Okay, I will attack the fucker. Let's see. So attacks. That one.
That hits.
4 damage.
4. All right. Next one. It's going to be... I wish I had just like a movement mode here.
Who can identify creatures? It's Bernie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyone.
Anybody with the knowledge skill relevant to the creature. So in this case, it would be nature, I believe.
Yeah, I can make a
Oh,
nature roll if I really
can
wanted
make
to.
a nature roll too.
Does it take any sort of action?
It does take a standard action to use your knowledge or your skills. 5, 15, 30, 40, 50.
I think I'll stick with the hit it till it dies action.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Again, awfully close.
Great. Amethysis.
Remember to remain in wedge formation.
Well, I'm just going to. No. Yeah, I'll shoot the one that's injured
You were
with
injured.
my crossbow.
The closest one, or?
So you're shooting Bindi?
Yeah, I'm shooting the closest one.
Wow.
Closest threatening
You
target.
sure
So
are.
Biddy then.
Wow.
Alright,
Yeah, that hits.
Nearly a crit.
9 damage.
Oof. Yep. It goes down. Bindi.
Indy?
Okay, that's a fucking charge.
So it has up to 15 15 HP. Potentially.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I think Bindi is going to do a bite attack.
Is that one on the ground just dead or dying?
Dead.
Okay.
That skull symbol means
full
that
dead.
it's dead when it's on the enemies.
Yeah, just be careful.
That's a miss. Not a critical miss though.
Woohoo! Not a critical miss.
Not this
My
time.
turn. What happens with the prepared action too?
Nothing. You lose the action if it doesn't trigger.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Would I have triggered a action just gone off because Bindi just went to melee with it?
Huh?
No, because that was past round. This is new round.
Yes.
Well, no, he did.
Red
save
action
his...
for when
melee
happens.
So yeah, when melee
I
happens,
thought you said when in
now
melee
happens, so technically it would trigger. So your cavalry ability would go on.
Sweet.
All right.
So you got tactician on you.
Yep. As an immediate action, you can add +4 to your AC and use somebody else's cover. If the +4 would make the difference, the creature can roll again at that creature.
Excellent.
Use that free action to yank my rope dart back, and I will just move 10 feet and just keep using the rope dart for now.
Okay. So you're just reloading right now then?
I thought it was like you get a free action to just yank it back.
Oh, is it?
As a free action, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're just gonna attack it again then, or attack.
Once it strikes, Wilder can quickly retrieve the weapon with a tug of the rope as a free action. So yeah, I will just attack again with the rope dart.
Okay,
I will not attack again with the rope dart.
that is a miss.
That ends my turn.
All right, Elsis.
I will go here. And I will cast Shield, which ups my AC 4 more, so I've got 21 AC.
Okay,
Damn.
Kildikin.
Is this blocked, this area?
No, you can stand there.
Excellent.
It's tree root.
And I
Become
will
true.
swing with my rapier at the injured dog.
Okay.
Actions, weapons, rapier. It says 1, should be a +5.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Or 3 points.
I'm
There we go.
imagining seeing the POV of that fucking dog. Just
Yeah.
like one person. Just a bunch of people.
Zekel, you're up.
Oh. Let's see. I guess I'll just hang out nearby until someone needs healing.
You could probably drop your.
I could use healing.
Bindi
Oh,
could
oh.
currently use some healing.
That
Oh,
too.
all right. Let me try.
Good old Bendy.
Dealing with all these fucking ankle biters here.
Okay. Maybe
You
I'll.
don't need to be rude to Kildikin.
Okay, I guess I'll use light wounds then. Here we go. Hopefully I do this right. Oh no! That was the worst.
So heal 2 points there, Bindi. That
Thank
was the
you.
first time you've rolled
We
minimum
had to
healing.
call out the consistency, didn't we? We cursed
We
it.
did,
right?
No.
We really did.
I
All right,
failed.
Sorry,
Bernie.
that's on
Alright,
us.
You
That's on us,
deserve
Jake.
one bad roll every now and then. Especially when it's your record.
Deserve.
It just means your dice isn't weighted.
I will
Oh.
go.
You.
Spider.
Not the spider god.
I'll
What
go
spider
he-
god?
oh, okay, I'll go there.
The spider
The
god.
deity is a spider god.
And
The god of spiders.
That brings some concern to me, but it's fine.
Bernie is running in with his 5 HP.
Here we go
Fireball.
again.
I meant to actually move it back a little bit again. So
Oh, well,
yeah, like right there. That was my bad.
the power of Christ
You're
compels
actually,
you.
technically, with how far they can move, oh no, because they'd have to pass me and get an attack of opportunity, so they're probably going to stop at me. Because I was going to say, you're probably better off actually standing next to me, because then if they attack you, you can use me as a shield. Versus right now, you'd have to use Armilla as a shield.
I'm so good at being a shield. I dodge and then you get hit.
Yeah, she's not good at being a shield.
Well, they were good at being a shield once.
I am.
Okay, go fuck yourself, okay?
I am good at being a shield. So.
As am
What
I.
a prick.
Yes, the 2 people who are good at being a shield would be myself and
Oh.
Killigan.
Is it cool?
I'm
Ooh.
going to use magic missiles.
Ooh.
Ooh, magic missiles.
Right, roll damage.
You don't need to roll to
You don't need
hit
to roll
on
to
magic
hit.
missile. You just roll damage.
Oh,
It's magic.
I have 2 damage things here.
Yep, that means it rolls 2 bolts. No, you're rolling for touch of combustion, not magic missile.
No, that was. Wait, what?
Magic
I
missiles
can see it
only
in the
do
chat log. It says touch of combustion.
What the fuck? Why did the magic missiles disappear then?
Because you
Cast
cast
it,
magic
yes?
missile out of your thing, so it checks it off. So you need to roll first and then mark it off.
I did roll and I didn't mark it though.
It says magic missile right on there, showing that you marked it. It says in the chat log. I can see it.
Well, I hit the roll.
Okay,
That's all
how
I
much
did.
damage does magic missile do?
So
Okay.
magic missile does 1d4 plus 1 force. So to roll that, it deals 4 points of damage to which target?
The closest one.
Closest one? Okay.
Like all I hit was magic missile, and then oh no, I know what I did wrong. Okay.
Yeah, because magic missile, like, you don't need to roll the 2 hit for magic missile. You just roll the damage. When you rolled the 2 hit, it just marked it off as if you had cast it, but it didn't roll the damage for it.
Yeah.
All right. Back up to the top, we have dog. Oops, wrong dice.
I'll be right back.
And we're split between 2 targets here. Let's flip a coin. Okay, going for Elsis. You had 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is a miss.
No way.
Next one here
Fucking loser dogs.
is going to come up and attack Kilderkin.
Taunt the
Hey.
dogs.
Whoops, that's wrong dice again.
Gilligan dies instantly.
That's a miss.
No.
Next one comes up to attack Elsis. That's a miss. And then the last one's going to come up over here and also attack. And that's a miss.
Yay.
Nice.
All right. It looks like it's Earl's turn. I'm assuming he's
team.
going to
Good
do
team.
ranged attacks.
2 attack.
Yep. Cross the ball.
That is a...
You walking to work?
Fuck yeah.
Just the abilities, actions. Here we go. So that was with your light crossbow, right?
Yeah, light crossbow and then use gravity bow for damage.
Okay, well, you got a 5 on your to hit, so it's not hitting.
I blame you.
To actually fuck you up?
I blame me.
I blame God.
Bindi.
I always blame God.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a fucking.
Well, you know what? God's
flip.
had enough of your shit, okay?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do a full attack to the critically injured Papo.
Not Papa.
Oh,
Wow.
Yike.
Oh,
Natty 1 on that
that
one
was
as well.
real
Stand
bad.
back, guys.
All right, roll me another d20 to hit.
Fuck, that is a
On
dexterous heavy dog.
Roll that on your bite attack.
Oh no.
Rolling it on bot.
Okay.
All right. Kilderkin, what is your AC?
20.
Okay. So it does not hit.
Thank
you
fuck.
managed to miss.
Imagine if you just turned around and just bit fucking Zach off.
Just chomps on my fucking shoulder
Again.
pad. I'm like, I just smack him.
Sorry,
Like,
sorry,
"Oh,
little-
yeah,
sorry, little-
Did he
daily
miss
pasta."
again?
Jeez.
Sorry, my bad.
Did Bindi
He
miss
turns
again?
British?
Yeah,
A little bit too much to
critical
drink.
miss.
I think was
To
the
be fair,
16
he
to
missed-
see if
Remind me
he could
again
fit
why
Kilderkin.
It was
Danger
the
is in
boar.
the
The boar's
party.
coming back on him.
Oh boy. Okay.
The boar from last night's coming back.
I
Getting some-
fucking hope not.
Getting some PTSD.
Suddenly, the boar comes back. What?
Oh dear God.
I'm just glad I didn't attack Zekul again.
Yeah, me too.
It's literally biting the hand that heals you. Feeds
I mean,
you, one or the
I
other.
rolled to see who your attack could hit, and it chose Kilderkin, so it could have very well hit Zekul.
Zakul, I would suggest stepping a bit back.
Okay, that's a good
One
idea.
step away, please.
I'm going
Like,
to.
You figure you guys would have learned after like the first 3 combats of Coop's hitting his own party members at least once in every combat.
I'm going to use Flurry of Blows
All right,
against the bitch that I can reach.
against the bitch you can reach. Okay.
Exactly. Which I'm pretty sure is. I really should have set that up at some point. Sorry.
Which can we clarify which bitch? Because you can actually reach two of them. Myself
I
and the
can?
mob.
I think we're talking
Oh,
more
sorry,
literal
Bernie.
in terms of definition.
Bernie.
Oh God.
What?
I will make sure you stay bleeding guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, so 2 unarmed strike.
Ooh. Both hit.
Yay!
Is
No,
19
oh
within
my
crit
God.
range, or you need way more feats for that?
Huh?
Sorry, what?
Don't worry.
No. If it's
None.
within crit range, it'll have a thing after that says crit 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
And second damage.
9 points of damage. Very nice. Not to that one. Not to that one. There we go. All right. Elsis.
Okay. I will just do a regular dagger attack.
Okay.
Because I'm not flanking anybody, am I?
No,
No.
you would need to move around to opposite sides to.
Yeah, that's what
As far as I can tell, the one to the right of you is slightly more injured.
Okay. Yep. I will do it to the one on the right.
Okay. That's a hit.
Excellent.
And I'm pretty sure your attack is going to kill it. Oh, yeah. Oops. There we go.
It heals.
Yeah,
It
you
heals
healed
instead.
it.
Okay.
Not again.
Kildekin.
As a swift action, I'm going to use my challenge on the dog to my, like the only one that I have available at the moment. Actually, no. Instead, I'll move forward and use my rapier on the injured dog.
Okay.
Actions, weapon. Do
That is a
11?
miss.
Ah, bugger.
Unfortunately.
All the time, it's just like, what the fuck are these things?
Zekul.
Yeah.
Zekul.
Maybe I will channel energy, 'cause I think a few people are hurt.
No, you can
Nope,
see
just
in
Bindi.
the you can see in the party sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm the only one who
In
had
the combat
not
tracker.
even that much. So.
Let me double check then.
Yeah, party sheet should show your guys' HP to all of you.
Yeah, we're both totally invincible.
Combat tracker does too.
Yeah, the combat
Combat
tracker.
tracker also does.
I haven't seen anything like that on the party sheet.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's just for me then.
I can't see.
Combat tracker. It's the very
Yeah.
first option under
It's the
tools.
WND.
Oh, nice.
Because
Yeah,
that also
the
tells you
wound-
your
wounds,
burn stuff.
Yeah. So only Vindy has 3 wounds.
Hmm.
Unless you want to heal heavy dog.
Okay, maybe I won't then. But I will move away.
Probably a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit next to Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie won't hurt me.
We
Right?
hope.
It'd be impressive, but he might.
Try to do.
Just turn around and be like, "Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?"
That was good.
That's phenomenal.
All right, I will cast Acid Splash.
On her.
The wounded dog.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Nope.
You will not.
You will not.
That's also a
Fanny's
touch
getting
action.
fucking burned. Yeah, it's...
Acid Splash is a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
Let's see.
You touch them from afar.
Doggo is going for
Is that its name?
Skin hairless doggo.
No.
Armila, you take 5 points of damage.
Wait,
Do I
wait.
have to?
You can use the ally shield.
Yeah.
Right,
Plus
yeah.
4 AC.
Elsa's
Elsa's
help.
shield.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'll just
then
duck behind Elsis as the blow comes in.
So Elsa has 21. And then what was the special thing for it again? If
I have
if
no
it made the
idea.
difference?
Armilla just gained +4 air armor class.
Is that
If
how
that
that
made
works?
the difference, yeah. If that made
Does
the
that
difference,
bring her to
then the
25?
creature gets to attack again, but for Elsa's.
Oh, okay. So what is your AC currently +4?
What?
Armilla.
25.
Armilla.
Oh, Armilla.
Sorry,
what is
my
your
AC
armor
is currently
class?
15.
Okay, and then +4 would bring it up to 19.
Mm.
Did the
Okay,
creature still hit?
it still hits.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then you also need to make a Fortitude save. As it
plus fortitude. God damn
yeah,
it. Okay.
as it bites down on your leg.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine.
What a save.
Damn, yeah.
Better than my alien one.
This dog is going to attack Kilderkin and miss. And then this dog is going to attack Kilderkin. Right. And also miss. All right. He's going to shoot again, I guess. Rudy Tooty point and shooty. Shooting into melee. Does he have the feat? No, so that would miss. Bindi, your turn.
I'm going to move to Ya.
Okay.
Then I'm going to do a full blood rage attack on this dog.
All right. Make it count. Don't roll a 1 this time.
Fuck, I'm nervous. I'm sorry, Hildekin.
Or me.
Oh.
Hey.
You got a bite and a claw out of that.
Bite. And claw.
Okay. How do you want to kill this thing? Because you've almost done double its health in.
Not again.
Wow.
I want to bite its head off and consume it.
Oh God. You did 20 points of damage.
Oh
This
my
thing
god.
is fucking torn asunder, piece by animal
Someone's
piece.
dog. Oh.
It was a goblin dog. It was some goblin's dog.
Still a puppo.
All right, Armila.
Okay, kind of owl, but maybe okay. I mean, it's about to fucking. I'll just flurry of blows.
Okay.
The one that I can reach. Let's see. Two attacks.
Kill the dog.
1 hit.
Hey.
Motherfucker.
Ooh. For 3 points, that brings it up to there. Okay.
Jeez.
Elsis.
Add 1 lonely hit point.
I will try to attack the one right in front of me to try to save Armilla.
Please.
Can you move 5 to flank?
Ooh, roll
Crit
again
19.
for critical chance. That is a confirmed crit.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
What do I do?
Oh my god.
Roll your damage on the dagger twice. So you're going to be
It had
looking
one
at,
hit point left, didn't it?
7 total.
you're looking at 5 plus 2, so 7 points of damage. And yeah, it did only have 1 hit point left. So you carve right into this thing. It once again almost twice its life total in damage. All right, Kilderkin, you have one
Alright,
dog left.
I'll circle around back there.
So doing that would take an attack of opportunity.
All right.
It's up to you if you want to do that though, but it would give flanking to you and Elsis.
Yeah. You know what? I'll do it.
Okay. So then dog is going to
Good dog here.
attack, and he misses.
All right. I will challenge, and I will slay. I mean, okay. I better not get cocky because fuck me, my dice rolls have not been well enough to be cocky.
Well, so is your challenge a free action or
Swift.
swift action? Okay. That hits.
Yep. Yeah, I get 1 extra damage, and that's one higher to attack.
Okay.
It increases later levels. I'll try to mark it down later, but
Yeah, please do.
all right.
If you need, you can always add like another action into your weapon that has that +1.
Okay.
So it's 3.
That'll
then?
be 3 damage.
Okay. All right, Zekul.
Maybe I will. Wait, how do wounds work again? Sorry.
So the number of wounds is how much damage someone has taken.
Oh, okay. So that's against their HP.
Yes. So if their
oh.
wounds equals their HP, then they become unconscious. If it goes higher than their HP, they start bleeding to death.
Okay. Well, I will try and heal Armila. Let's see. Let me see. Yours goes nothing. Please be good.
Ooh. So I'll move you up there. So 5 points. That was exactly enough.
Yay.
Whoa.
And Bernie.
I am distinctly less dead, yay.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a this.
Fireball.
Oh boy, here we
Oh,
go.
no.
Oh no. It
And
goes next.
I'm going
It
to.
attacks next, you know.
I know. I'm going to cast Touch of Combustion.
Okay. You get a +2 to hit because it is currently being flanked.
Okay, so I have to
Hey.
roll first.
Ooh,
Yes.
very nice.
I thought I was gonna land on the 1, I'll be
I
honest.
thought it was gonna hit 1 too. I was like,
It did
oh,
look like it.
here's where it all goes wrong.
And
Very nice. For 4 points, or is there more to that?
I think that's so. Oh, hold on. So, your successful melee attack causes the target to ignite into a violent burst of flames, dealing 1d6 of fire damage. If it fails its saving throw, the target also
Saving
catches
throw?
fire.
Okay, so what is the saving throw? That will be whatever the.
If the target catches fire on the first round thereafter, creatures adjacent to it, including you, must each succeed at a reflex save or take 1d4 of damage.
So if you open the Touch of Combustion's,
I didn't read that properly. My bad.
If you open the Touch of Combustion, like the expansion for it, it should say what the save is.
Where do I get that?
So to the right of Touch of Combustion,
Yeah.
there's the little needle icon. or the tennis racket, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, yeah.
So what is the save?
It says ref DC 14.
Okay, so that
Reflex.
means it's a reflex save, and your thing said, I believe, reflex negates the 1d4 fire damage if it succeeds.
Yeah.
So for reflex, we're gonna roll, and it succeeds. So no extra d4, unfortunately. But that also means that no one around you catches fire.
Bernie, no.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that, actually.
Yeah.
I was definitely rooting for the creature to make the save.
So that was 4 points of damage. All right, there we go.
Wasn't it more because of the flank?
No, it's +2 to hit, not to damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Dog's
So?
turn. So dog is gonna go for Elsis and miss.
Of course.
And it's going to.
Isn't this the new round?
Yeah, it is a new
Yeah.
round.
So doesn't it have to do 1d4 of damage?
No,
It's not
because it
currently
didn't
on
catch
fire.
fire. You dealt fire damage to it, and then the reflex save that it made was to avoid being set on fire. It succeeded on
Oh.
that save, so it did
Okay.
not catch fire.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Big rolls.
Huh?
Oh, that's a crit on his bow.
Man, if only Earl were here to see it.
If only Earl were here to say it.
Yeah.
See this.
That's a shame.
Fucking 4 dices.
Yeah, he did 20 whole points in one shot.
God.
He did 20 to
Yeah, he fucking just. So you all just see this arrow fly in. It's a fucking regular arrow, and right before it connects, it suddenly expands, and you see it basically just cave in the front half of the dog.
There's just a mist left behind.
It's just like half of the dog's body is gone, and it's just mist. Jesus.
Just turn back like, what the fuck?
You hit it so hard, it missed.
Yes.
We didn't need to collect proof that we killed these things, right? Because we're not going to get it from that one.
Here, let me replace my arrow with this freight train.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh,
He actually almost rolled max damage for that too. He got 2 6s and a 5 and a 3.
Would have been funnier if you missed.
I have to do that.
That one turned to miss, the other one got eaten.
Okay,
Yeah.
you cast it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna assume you guys all head back to the tavern to hand in the quest and collect the spoils that were available.
Yep.
Which, for the most part, was not really a huge amount, but
But
let's
the
see.
XP.
The XP was what was important.
The XP though.
I'm not
We
looking
all
for XP.
get
I'm just trying to
one
engage
copper.
in the world and level up.
Yeah, fuck.
And level up.
I'm just really interested in how the world is like moving and how it's alive, and also I want XP.
Okay, so this was worth that much. And then for that, we'll also add in an extra. There we go. Whoops. Okay, and then role play